Bird.
Okay. What's going on? Can you hear Michael?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. Is that all messed up?
No. Just make sure you... I mean, how loud is he?
Hello.
Wait, hold on.
Is that all messed up?
He's like the same as you, a little bit quieter than you, but it's fine for me.
All right, that's perfect. All right,
Okay.
as long as people are able to hear him. We do... well, guys, welcome to episode 219, the Two Savage Democrats podcast. Last week's episode got taken down because we made fun of a certain group of people that I'm not even going to mention now. So, yeah, it got taken down. So if you want to see the most offensive podcast on the internet, make sure you're here for it live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Let me set everything up, swipe up for the most offensive and hilarious podcast on the internet. Okay. Let me get the swipe up. Okay, dude. I keep forgetting that you have to restart in the gram when you go public. So we had some interesting weeks this week. Gavin went to Vegas, and I'm, excited for the fucking stories that are coming from that. And a lot of other shit happened, folks. So, paste. All right, we're good. We're live. Hope everyone can see it clearly. Griffin, welcome in the chat on. This is going on during the Democrat debate. So, hope you guys are watching this instead of the debate, because who watches debates? Imagine watching the debate. Imagine going like this. Imagine the debate being on, and then you go like this. For like the stupid candidates that are running,
Yeah. Imagine not watching a non-political podcast related to our political page instead of a political debate,
Imagine watching three political people doing a non-political podcast while there's a political debate.
So stupid.
Okay, dude, let's get started. So
Convoluted.
it looks like Michael and I are in different rooms because my lighting is so good, and then he's just he literally looks like Trayvon Martin, dude. He's over there with a hoodie and
Dude, I should just might as well just
put it up, yeah, dude. We get fucking George Zimmerman coming in, blast him, dude. Should I put mine up? I don't have a hood, dang it.
You're having a hood.
Welcome
to the hood.
Okay.
All right, so what should we start off with topics? So we watched. We'll do it. Let's save 11/22/63. I want to save that for a little bit. But I did go for an entire week only listening to 60s music before 1970. I don't know. Did you do that too?
I did it for like 5 days.
There he is.
Oh. I couldn't do it when we were going to Vegas because it's my friend driving, and Ma can be like, "Hey, put on some Chuck Berry for our 4-hour fucking road trip."
That's like
I can't.
Dude, that's what Michael and I listen to though, dude, on the road. We were listening in the car. But dude, no, so I listened to it, and I found that my road rage got worse. You can't get mad and listen to 60s music, dude. Or no, it got better. It got better. Yeah, it got better. You can't. Yeah. You can't be mad.
Oh, I'm so much more patient.
Oh, dude, because imagine getting mad at a happy-go-lucky song, dude.
Yeah, because they're all happy. Because the times were good back then. Yeah, now everyone's either depressed or fake depressed.
Yeah, because when I get mad, I'm blasting Eminem in my car, and then I'm just 1 little centimeter away from being like, fuck! At the person driving in front of me. So it's you have some cheerful, love me as though there were no, and then you're just you just can't do it. So there were people were still stupid when I'm driving, but it's just I didn't get mad anymore. And I do have a problem with road rage. I'm down to admit that. Every single girl I've ever talked to has been because they
You're probably you. You have a problem with you having
yeah,
road
and then I'm
rage?
you know why you don't like my road rage? Because you're the type of driver that I get mad at. And it's
true.
Dude, have you ever noticed that everybody that doesn't have road rage sucks at driving? There's not one person out there that's you need to calm down when you're driving that isn't doing this with no blinker. On the fucking highway, dude. Every single person, dude.
Pulling a wide one, dude.
How?
2 miles an hour.
Because whenever I go to Kansas and we're on the freeway and we're driving home from the airport or something, someone will do something dumb and we'll at the same time be like, "Hey, fucking idiot!" at the same time. We're both looking out for it. It's so funny.
I'm like so ready for something to happen too. Like I live my life on the edge and not like on the edge of like something dangerous because pussy, but I live my life on the edge of like getting mad. So I'm just waiting for someone to do something so I can pop off and just like put it in the fucking notes, dude.
The podcast, notes, dude. The pod notes.
Oh, I've got a giant just red button that says "Do not touch" with flashing lights and just asking for someone to fucking do it when they cut me off driving or something. I almost got in a car accident the other day because of it, dude. Because this Prius, every time Prius too, if you're in California.
Oh, dude, Kansas, every time truck. Every single time, it's a pickup truck that's way too old. And then you go up and the person's like this. Like trying so hard to drive. And I'm like, get rid of it. Dude,
yeah, the worst is when someone's a cunt about it and then they put their hand up as if that excuses everything. Like they'll do something wrong and they'll be like this. I'm like, oh, I don't care if you put your hand up, not letting you in. Like this guy, and I wasn't driving my car, so it was even worse. And this guy just like he was trying to skip all the traffic and go in like the exit lane and then get back over where it ended.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope. So just kept riding the guy in front of me's ass, and he just kept trying to cut in front of me, and I literally was like flooring on it, almost rear-ending the guy in front of me, and just laying on my horn. And he just kept trying to get in, and I didn't let him. Like,
dude,
I
got rear-ended once in my life, and I was like on the way to school, and I was with my friend in the car, and we're driving, and we're just sitting there, we go like this, because like rear-ended, and I get out of the car like so ready. I look like the emoji with the smoke coming out of my nose. Chick that got out of the car that rear-ended me, dude. Hottest I've never seen. So I go like this. I get out and I'm like, and I see her. I go, you're fine. It's all good. That's all good. It's all good. I let her go because titties, dude. That's like every dude in high school. Like I couldn't do anything. What am I going to do? God! Like, you know, she's like bawling her eyes out. It was brutal.
I mean, I'm just over it. Like, I've been nice enough to people now that it's like I'm willing to get out of the car and fight a hitta over, like, driving. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll do it. Like, I can't wait. And illegal, so clearly a joke, but I can't wait to get my fucking handgun.
No, man!
So as soon as someone tries to cut me off, I'm putting this moonroof, I'm putting the sunroof down, and I'm just waving it until they fucking see it, and then stop driving. I'm like, hey, see ya. Keep going.
Dude. Yeah, this is a comedy show, and everything we say on the show is intended to be taken seriously.
Obviously, not gonna do it, but gonna do it, but not gonna do it. So
gonna do it, but if the FBI is listening, not gonna do it. So, dude, okay, so dog, we have some topics in here, and so basically we have this folder in our notes on our phone where we put stuff and we have no idea what it's going to be. So I'm just looking down here. You put kids stuck in wagon at pumpkin patch, rolling downhill, screaming for mom.
Yeah, so I went to a pumpkin patch, and it's like this really like cheesy, trendy place to go in LA. So I go there, and you get a wagon to put all the pumpkins that you select in your shit. Like, you put it in the wagon and walk around because there's stuff to do. So this mom, she's, like, on her phone and dragging the wagon behind her and has all her pumpkins and her kids in the wagon, like, standing up because, of course, kid, why are you not going to stand up in a wagon? And so she's going uphill, and she's just on her phone. And she, like, lets go because she thinks it's going to stay. And she starts walking to, like, the next little patch of pumpkins, and it just starts slowly. It was, like, straight out of a movie, dude. Just starts slowly rolling backwards, and the kid's, like, surfing on the wagon, like, Mom! Mom! And she doesn't notice it right away, and she's like, oh, shit! And starts, like, running after the wagon and grabs it, and her kid's, like, almost falling.
Have you seen that video online where, like, the kid is, like, on the three-wheeler and it's like going like this down the hill, and then it's like you just see that, and then like 2 seconds after you see like Like the dad who like is a horrible parent, probably divorced, fucking running down the hill after the kid. He like finally gets custody of the child, and then he's on YouTube viral, like fucking chasing after the fucking. And he like stops it. Oh no! I remember what it was. There was like a wagon with a kid in it going down a hill, and then there was another kid, idiot, at the bottom of the hill, just like watching it. And the dad comes running out of nowhere because he has to grab the other kid. That's what makes me not want to have kids. Because, like, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to see my kid standing in front of the thing and I'm going to go like this.
They're
and watch him
accident
get
prone.
hit. Yeah. Because how else is he going to learn?
Yes, I literally, and it's bad too because I should have like ran and grabbed the cart for her because she was, and not to mention, she was pregnant. So, like you have another kid, you can't even not roll this one down a hill yet. So, I literally started busting out laughing out loud. Like I couldn't contain it. As soon as it just started rolling back and the kid let out the first screech, I went just wheezed in her face and like bent over laughing. And she grabbed it and she was so red and embarrassed and she was like, "Oh God, Mother of the Year award, am I right?" I was like, "You're good." Yeah, I was like, "You're good, you're good." And I just started dying, dude. I could not laugh. I, like, could not stop smirking for, like, 5 minutes. It was so bad.
Oh, dude, I remember my friends and I, when I lived in Tennessee, we made this ratchet, like, go-kart thing. So we took, like, 4 pieces of wood, and, like, they were, like, the long, like, 2x4s, and we set them on top of these it was fucking, these wheels that were just, like, like the ricketiest freaking wheels you could ever imagine. And so we're at the top of the hill, and we all 3 try to get on it, and we're like, it's not working. And there was this nail in the front of it that's, like, sticking up. So everyone's, like 6 feet back from that shit, because balls. So everyone's like, so first of all, it's like a 20-minute argument who's going to sit at the front of the thing, because, you know. So then it wouldn't go with all of us on it, because it was, like, on the ground. And so we're like, okay, we'll just send my one friend down. And we put him on it. It goes down, and it starts going so fast that he tried to, like, put his leg out to stop it. It does that, like, curls under. He puts his leg out. He's like, because he's like, and he puts his leg out. It's like rolls out of the thing. He's like, ah! And then he slams into, like, the median, flies forward into the nail, and there's this giant cut, like, this far from his nuts, dude. It was the freaking, and we're at the bottom of the hill laughing so hard, because it's just like, we're watching him come down. Because, like, first thing you think to do whenever you're falling is this and, like, legs out. And that's, like, the worst decision to make, dude. It's better to fall like this and just not even put your, than this.
Dude, the funniest thing is when people are, like, helpless. That's the funniest thing. It's like I've eaten shit so many times skateboarding.
Oh.
Like, when you're going down a hill and you start getting speed wobbles, you're done. And there's nothing you can do. You can't slow down. You're just... And then eventually, you just have to jump off, and it's where you're going so fast that you're just moving in air. And then as soon as you... as fast as you can, and then you eventually just fly forward and whoosh across the asphalt.
Dude,
it's just,
that's my favorite thing to watch is people on skateboards that, like, fall off. They're going too fast, and they're like, bam, and just smash into the ground.
It's the fastest they've
dude,
ever
because this
ran
is
in their
you.
life.
You start
I know
falling.
their legs
You
can't keep up.
like try not to fall off,
Like
dude.
air walking at
They're
this
trying
point.
so hard. I know, it's like their legs can't keep up with this, and they're like, and then just... it's like 4 steps, like, and then boom, like just sliding on the ground. What's the worst wipeout you've ever had, like on a freaking bike or scooter or whatever? Like, what's the worst wipeout?
The worst is when you're not moving. Have you ever fallen because you're going, like, too slow, or you're just standing there? Like, I've been on a bike where I've just going too slow, so then it just, like, started twisting like that, and I just straight went like this, standing still, and fell over on my bike. Like, hurts the most. And then so many times where I've been on my skateboard, and I'm just standing there on my phone, and it just decides to go like this. Whoosh! And just go right. So I fall on my ass, and then my skateboard, like, went into aviation, which Dylan knows.
Yeah.
Busiest. And a car ran over my fucking skateboard. And, like, stop. It didn't break, though. Like, it didn't break, but it's like I'm standing there on the side. Imagine me just standing still, and then in the matter of 3 seconds, I fall on my ass and my skateboard ran over like that quick. It's so embarrassing.
What's your worst wipeout?
Oh man, I was snowboarding.
Yeah.
At Snow Creek. And okay, you know how like if you snowboard, anybody knows this. If you ski or snowboard on like slush,
Yeah.
don't even go. Like literally just don't. It's worst. I'm telling you. Like cuz you can't like if you're using skis and you're trying to like turn, you try to like bring up one leg and it's just like freaking whenever you try to turn. Same thing with snowboards whenever you try to turn. Freaking I try to go left, clips, falls right on my face, and then I do like 3 front flips.
Oh god.
It was I had the biggest headache.
Crashing in the snow, worse because you get up and it's not like you get up and you're like
I'm freaking
there's
freezing.
snow going down your back. So you get up, you're in so much pain, but then the snow's like down your spine, and so you're just like
So true.
So you have to fucking deal with that, and then you're like
And then it goes down your ass.
Dude,
crack.
I went to Snow Creek once. I've never gone snowboarding because I tried once, and they had this thing that goes, I don't even know what it's called.
with Bornstein?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's the thing that goes like this and then goes up? I forgot what it's called.
The lift?
The lift, whatever.
Well, yeah,
I thought it was some.
There's like 3 of them.
Oh, by the way, Griffin in the chat says, "Will my AirPods break if they get wet? I need to take a shower, but I don't want to stop listening to the pod." I know. I don't know, honestly. I would just leave it on speaker outside of the shower, and your family can be like, "What the hell's going on?" So anyway, I'm waiting on the lift, and my friend and I are standing there like this. And then at the last second, he's like, wait, let's change positions. So we like go over, our legs get connected together, and he's sitting on it. I'm dangling off of the lift. And I'm like, fuck! Like dangling off of the lift, and I finally get my thing unstuck, and I land. I'm literally on my back like this on the ground. I look like freaking... I was gonna make a bad joke, but I'm like literally laying on the ground like this, and I'm just like, I'm done. And I get up, and Kate, you're getting up, and you're like, with your legs, because snowboard on one foot. Oh, man. So it was so bad, and then I literally just sat at the bottom of the hill and watched people come down the whole night. We were there for like 7 hours.
I've had an AFV moment on a fucking ski lift. I was at Big Bear, and I got off the lift like when you're supposed to, and it just keeps going. Like it doesn't stop. You just jump off, and you have to just like slide down, even though you have 1 foot in the thing. And I jump off, and my snowboard just gets stuck. So the ski lift keeps going up, and it hits me in the back of the head. It knocks me over face first, and then I'm fucking stuck because 1 foot connected to the thing. So I try to stand up to move. The ski lift behind me hits me again, and I fall face first. So I have to crawl from under the ski lift to get to the fucking area where I'm not going to get hit. So embarrassing, dude, because there's so many people trying to get off, and I'm causing like a traffic jam.
Oh, dude, I was at the zoo with this chick at the beginning of the summer, and like we're waiting for because there's this part where you can get on one of the lifts and you go over like the exhibit with like the cheetahs and like giraffes and everything. Yeah. And so I'm standing there. She's like, "Oh, let's go on the lift," and I'm just like Vietnam veteran, like. Because like flashbacks of that going through my head. So she's like, no, it's fun. So we have to wait like 20 minutes in the line. I'm got like more butterflies in my stomach. And then we'll get to the Vegas story in a second, Jesse. Jesse wants to hear the Vegas story. But anyway, so I'm waiting on the thing, and I'm sitting, and then so they're sitting there, and I'm just like, picks me up. She was like going like this the whole time. Like she's like, look at that, and I'm like this. Like, I could not have been back further. There's nothing holding you in. The thing they have holding you in is, like, this far from my chest. So I could have gone like this. And I would have been out of it, dude. It was so bad. I was like, and then not only that, if I fall, it's not, my leg. It's I fall, my leg. Cheetah coming over to bite my face. I'm going to get fucking Harambe'd in the damn thing. So I was like, this is the war. It was so bad, dude.
I remember we were going to go on that a while ago. Didn't.
The
terrible idea.
What? At the zoo?
That lift thing, yeah.
Yeah, oh,
it's
dude.
So dumb.
It's just, I've never, well, it's either that or I was like, well, what's the other way to get there? And she's like, oh, it's, yeah, she's like, it's over there. It's like chutes and ladders. It's like,
yeah.
Like an entire track. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just swallow my
But at least you get to see elephants.
Yeah, I get to go up there and see elephants. And it wasn't even that good of a view.
No.
It was not worth it, dude. It was the worst thing ever. I had like a bottle of water, and I was like, I really want to throw it to somebody on the other side and see if they catch it. but like nobody's chill. So I'd probably like smack them in the face, and then they'd be like, and then wait for me at the other end. And then what are you gonna do? Like there's somebody down there waiting for you, and you're just like going toward them, and you're about to get your ass kicked. So you're just like sitting there, and they're waiting. Let's see what else.
So
we have.
funny.
Oh, Gav. Okay, tell the Vegas story, Gavin, because that's like.
So it's pretty much like any other Vegas story. Well, okay, so I went with my friend. It's his 21st birthday, and the horniest person you'll ever meet because virgin at 21, right? Has never had a girlfriend, anything like that. So our good friend Jesse suggested a place. Like it's the only full nude strip club with a full bar. So it's like there's one other one that's full nude, but you're gonna be sitting there drinking fucking apple juice while you're looking at ass crack, you know.
At least
so
Jesse said that to you. The first time I went to a strip club, didn't know. So I walk in with 2 shooters, and like we get in, and it's Kansas strip club. So the chicks, I swear to God, the tits were down to the floor, dude. And so like I walk in, and we just go like this with the shooters. We're like. Because I was like, this is going to be a long fucking night. We just pay the fat cover fee, so I'm not leaving. Dude, it was so bad. But anyway, carry on. Sorry.
This was definitely top notch. Like every chick there, like 9 or a 10. Like it was insane. But yeah. But from the outside, you'd think you're getting murdered. Like sex trafficking ring as fuck. Like it had like one of those awnings, and it, you know, by a hose. It was so dirty. It just looked so rap. But anyways, it was funny because our Uber driver had been there, and he's like, oh, you're going to have a good time. Like, it's so funny. People that live in Vegas do Vegas shit, you know. Anyways, so it was $30 to get in. And I'm like, well, they're not getting paid once I get in. So I spent $30 to get in, and my friend spent $30 to get in. So we're in there, and then I don't have cash. And so my friend brought a bunch of cash, and we ordered drinks. We got change from that, and they brought like bands of 21s, like in rubber bands. It was funny, and so he gave me his. He gave me 1 stack, and then he had a stack, and then so literally within minutes, chick comes over to him, offers him lap dance. First chance he gets, goes. I'm like, hey, nice. Haven't even sat. Like we just got our drinks. I'm like, hey, well. I'm going to sit here and drink alone at the strip club. Like, that's nice.
Dude,
and so I have my stacks, and I'm like, and he goes in the back where I can see him. It's like just a lounge area that's kind of private. And so I've got my 21s, and I'm like trying to preserve them. I look like the biggest small hat. I'm like putting them to make it look like 2, and then like placing them on the stage. I'm like, I've got to make it last, dude. Like, it's only 20.
What do they do when you put it on the stage?
Oh, they just leave it until the end, then they collect them all or whatever. But it's like if they walk by you and they see 1-1, they're like, okay, well, so. And it's like the flat face emoji.
They will leave you so fast. Like, chicks will come over and they're like just looking like they're ready to get some fucking head or give you some head. And then you'll be like, oh, yeah. And then you whip out, like, no money, and they just so disinterested, dude.
Oh, they're your best friend until you got no more money left and the bouncer gets involved. But,
the bouncer.
Like, that's why it's cringy to go to strip clubs, because it's like, it's so fake. But anyway, so he's gone, and I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be a long night, so I got to preserve my 1s, and I'm like doing 1 or 2 at a time. And like, you'd be surprised how fast that goes, because they'll do some cool shit, and you can't just be like, you have to fucking put $1 down or whatever.
Yeah, you can't. They can't do some shit for you, and then you just go like this.
Oh,
Like,
she's upside down, 10 feet in the air, and twerking down the pole, coming down, spreading her legs, and rubbing her pierced clit. And I can't just be there like, interesting, nice. No, it's, okay, well, there you go. So there goes 3 more ones. And so before,
and you walk in and they know who doesn't belong, dude. They fucking, if you walk into a strip club and you don't belong, because you come walking like this. I imagine it's like what chicks see when virgin.
It's like, almost like walking into a Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Yo, it is. Yeah, it's like Victoria's Secret. Yeah.
Like,
you can't be a Chad in a strip club because, like, hey, you can't see naked women anywhere else. You got to pay for it. Okay, so it's like off the bat, it's like they know, and we were the youngest people in there, right? Because 21. It's like everyone else in there old divorced motherfucker, and it's like they know they have the money that they're gonna spend. They know I'm not spending money because over here eating cup of noodles to fucking afford cat food, but it's like it's so fucking dumb. And so my friend instantly goes and gets his lap dance, gives me his stack of 20, so I've got 40. Those 40 ones were gone in 10 minutes. Like there's like dance. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't do anything else. And so I like after a while, after I run out, I like look back to see if he's done yet. Gone. I'm like, no. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm sitting there for like minutes, and I have minimum like 8 different chicks come sit on me.
Can I read the text you sent me, dude?
Go for it, dude. I think I texted you. I texted you when I went to the bathroom to hide because I ran out of money, and I was so like, and I went to get. Here's the thing. I went to get more money out of the ATM because I wasn't sure how long my friend was gonna take, and it goes. This is the most embarrassing thing. I put my card in, blah blah blah. I select like 40, and it goes. This blah 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 is asking for a $15 charge. I'm like, I never pressed cancel faster. I'm not paying $50 to pull $40 out, right? Like, what the? This is like going to the bank after fucking World War I in Germany. I'm not getting that fucking hooked. So I press cancel and I go back to my seat and I'm like, fuck, because so many chicks have come up to me at that point and like sat on my lap, and I've had to give them the same fucking speech, like, because there's like, hey baby, you want? I'm like, no. And I try to be polite about it. I was like, and it was getting so tiring because so many times I had to say the same thing. I'm like, look, like I'm a bad customer. And they're like, no, don't say that. And I'm like, well, I am. I'm here for my friend, honestly. So I'm spending my money on him, not me. They're like, where is he? I'm like, I wish I fucking knew, to tell you the truth.
I'm like, where do you go if you have a hot chick and $900?
Yeah, and then one described him. I'm like, yep, that's him. And they're like, oh, he's upstairs. I'm like, okay, well, this is the first I'm hearing about it. Thanks. So I was like, I'll tell you what, you get dibs on him. And I told every single one of them they get dibs on him when he gets back. Because as soon as he gets back, I'm fucking Audi 5000. Like, I'm not dealing with that shit. It was tempting, though, because it's $20, and it's like, I just paid 30 to get in. I mean, I might as well pay $20.
You may as well. But you're not small hatting it out at the strip. Like, if you go to the strip club, you're spending money. Like, it's just...
Yeah, there's no such thing as a budget. So that's why I'm like, God damn it, like $15 to withdraw money. I was so close because I'm like, well, I got to kill time. So what ended up happening? I gotta say, there was like 2 chicks that were like, I'm not, like, I wouldn't even pay. Like, one was just looked like she was from Alabama and had fetal alcohol, straight Greta face. I was like, fetal alcohol syndrome. So I'm like, no, not her, and like not my type at all. And then another chick that was like so ridiculously skinny and had like the worst lip fillers I've ever seen. I was like, okay, also not my type. But then there was some that I'm like biting my top lip so hard. I'm like, shit. You know what's bad too is like my Vegas is so goddamn dry. Yeah. My lips were so chapped that I was licking my lips every 5 seconds. And most embarrassing, when you're watching a stripper and she makes eye contact with you and you go, and it's not even for that reason. It's just because my lips are dry. So I'm like, there's no...
Licking your lips in general, there's no appropriate time. Like, if anybody looks at you and you're like, there's no appropriate time to do it, you may as well just go like this with some chapstick, dude. Dude, no. So I went to one here in Kansas. We literally drive out. It's this place. It's in the middle of nowhere. And because most conservative states, they gotta hide it in the cornfields. So we spend like 30 minutes. We get off the highway and we get out of the car and we're like looking for just any glimmer of light. It was literally, I thought we were one step away from some hillbillies coming out of the thing, like getting ready to kill us. I was like, where the hell is this place? So we just drive down this road for like 30 minutes off the highway, and finally I see this sign and this tin building, and I'm like, nope. And my friend's like, we're already here, let's just go in. I was like, nope. And he was like, no, we gotta go in. So driveway hasn't been paved in like 6 years. So we're driving, like, going into the place. So we finally get in. We park, we go in. Didn't know what the cover fee was going to be. I walk in the door. They're like, hi, welcome to the main strip club. We're like, hi. They're like, yeah, it'll be $30. I was like, trying to like turn around and leave. My friend's like, no, dude, stop. I was like, oh my God. So I paid $30. So now I've paid $30 and I brought like 60. So now I have 30 because don't go to the strip club. So I don't know what to do. And I'm already walking into it with the, like, I don't know how dumb big idiot you have to be to not know that it's just for money. Like, how horny do you have to be to go to a strip club and, like, man, these girls are into me, dude, you know, I'm fucking... Like, so I walk in there, I'm like, okay, all these girls in it for money. So the first set of girls that comes up to us, saggiest tits, ugliest, and couldn't speak English. So they sit down next to us, and they're like, and my friend that I'm with, horniest dude you'll ever meet. Like, you want to do your friend? Worse. So they sit down next to us, and the girls are like, we're sitting there, and I get the mildly attractive one, and then this ugly one like sit next to my friend, and she's like, oh, sit on my lap, and he's like, no. She's like, no, and so he's like sitting on her lap, and she's taking her boob and going like this in his face, and he's like getting slapped in the face by her boob. And it was like the most disgusting freaking thing you've ever seen in your life. And he was like sitting there getting smacked with me. And he was so excited to go to this thing. He was like, yeah, dude, go to strip club. And then we walk in, like just most just like sounded like Dee Dee from Dexter walking around. And I was like, oh God. So I'm sitting there just laughing my ass off. And then those girls finally leave. And then two girls come over. Hottest, and they sit down next to us, and they're like, so what are you guys up to? And we're like, oh, we're just chilling. And then he was like, yeah, it's our first time here. And I was like, no, it's just his first. I've been here like 4 times. And they're like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. So we're sitting there, leave immediately when they realize we don't have any money or alcohol. So they're over with this dude who brought like a because I thought it was a bar. So they're over with this dude who brought over just this cooler full of just liquor, and this guy's like pouring shots, and like all the girls are over with him, and we're in the back. Gets worse. So we're sitting in the back. I'm just kind of like watching everything go on. Most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life. And the DJ goes, who's this newbie sitting at the back? Scared of a little fun? I'm not even kidding. I was like, and then what are you going to say back? Because I can't hear you. So anything you yell back to try to defend yourself, you're like you can't defend yourself. So he's like shouting stuff. And then they turn on a new song, and they bring out like 2 new girls, and they're like, these are for the dudes at the back. And I was like, oh my God. And so Luke's like, this is embarrassing, I'm getting up. So he gets up, and he like, you put like a $5 bill or like a $1 bill in your shirt like this, and you lay back, and the girl like crawls over to you and like rubs like her whole body on you. He's like sitting there. Dude, he's laying his bed in the thing, and the girl comes over and like rubs on him, and he gets up and his hair is like this, because like it's been rubbing down his body, and he's like it's literally like this. He's like this, and I can't see him. And then he comes up and he's like this, dude. I have never laughed so hard in my life. He's like because he was so happy about it, and he's like, oh my God. And then he walks over and sits down. He's like, and then literally 2 minutes later. Like back over to the thing, another $1. I was like, dude. And then again, he's like, oh no, see, we got one of them going. Let's get the other one. And I was like, not happening. I'm not doing it. Dude, it was the most embarrassing. And then I was like, let's get out of here. He's like, we just got here. I was like, dude, you hated it until tits in your face. So let's get out of here. And then so we're leaving. And then I think we're like halfway out the door. And I turn around. I'm like, yeah, fuck, not there. So I'm like, where'd he go? Open the door. On his again. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me, dude. So I'm never going back to another strip club. There's not one thing in the world that's going to get me to another strip club. Like, it's horrible, dude.
Oh, so I had $1 left when I was like, where the fuck is he? And this is when I text you. I had $1 left, right? So I go to the bathroom, and of course, because they've got to make money in any way they can, the bathroom is one of those where they have a guy that does everything for you. So he's in there, and he's all in his tux or whatever, like waiting. And I didn't even take a piss. I went in the stall and just texted. So he didn't even hear a stream or anything. And he probably thought I rubbed one out. I come out, and I, like, turn the sink on. And then he, like, goes with, like, this with the soap. Gives me, I was like, oh, thank you. And then as I turned back, I see, like, the tip jar there. I'm like, And there's like 5 things of like candies and like all this shit. And then I like got done and I turned the sink off. And then he's like already holding the towel over for me. And I was like talking to him. He was really nice. And then I was like, well, you just got the last dollar. I'm like, was gonna spend that elsewhere as like my last resort. But there you go. So now I'm completely broke and I'm waiting for a friend. So I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. And I had 1% battery on my phone. So I'm like, hey, fucked. So I text my friend, I was like, I'll be outside if you can't find me. And then I go and I went to go back sit down after the bathroom. Some fucks sat in my chair. And there were so many chairs. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. My drinks are still there and everything. So I didn't even get to drink my drinks. And then I'm like, hey, fuck it. And I just walked out. And then I see my friend standing outside. And I was like, what? And then he was there just like this. Just looking at me because... And then he told me what happened. So... He did his lap dance, went upstairs to the private, like, VIP or whatever, curtain, got, like, a full nude private dance or whatever. And this is the first chick that came up to him, right? Still. So got the lap dance, same chick. Went and got a private dance. $100 for a private dance.
You pay it, dude. That's what I've learned about the strip club. You go in there with the stack and you go like this. Because otherwise, it's the worst experience of your life. I'm never going to another one again, but if I ever get dragged into going one, like, I'm going to have to spend money like I'm printing in the basement.
So he spent $100 on the first chick, and then got another one from the same chick 2 in a row. He was like, dude, I was so hard, I just said yes and didn't even think about it.
Who gets controlled by their dick? I've never understood people who get that controlled. Like, no. I was so... 80-year-old man without Viagra. Like, it was so bad when I was sitting there because I knew they were just there for the money. So one of them was like, "Ooh, let me feel your muscles on my arm." So I'm like, "There's none, so you can go ahead and move on." And I'm not paying you.
You hugged my arm. I was like, "Hey, well, you're feeling fat."
Yeah, I was like, "What are you feeling, fucking ghost man?" Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was like, "What am I gonna do? Just flex?" I was about to be like,
"Yeah, like, what do? You go like this." Start flexing, like, because there's other guys walking in there where they're just jacked, and then you're just, I'm like the fucking white kid from like suburbs coming in. Dude, it was the worst experience. I had the worst. I go home and I got so drunk that night, like it wasn't even funny, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even. I at a point was like, okay, I want to enjoy this. I couldn't even like get a chub. I was like, this is so.
Because we're taught our entire life to be like, no. I'm in public, no boners, and then you go to this place and it's like, oh, the more boners, the better. But you can't force yourself to get a boner at a strip club because you've been like taught your whole life,
It's just so awkward. Like, it was so awkward, and I kept telling these chicks for the lap dances, I was like, no, and I had to say the same story like 50 fucking times. So I'm like, I was just annoyed at that point, and I'm like. I was so, like, anxious and just trying to figure out a way to get out of there. And it was enjoyable because it was funny. It's like I'd never been, so it's like I got to see it and full nude. So it's like, hey, it's still enjoyable to see naked chicks, Yeah. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, hey, they're strippers. So it's like...
Oh, my God. Jesse Ryan says, last week I was at Palmino. I spent $2,000 each night. You just got to have the mindset that you're going to... Okay, Jesse, why would you do it? Everyone's got to let their degeneracy out. Yeah, I let it out in the bathroom by myself with a bottle of Jergens. I'm not letting it out at the strip club. I let my degeneracy out for like $4.95. I'm not going to a strip club and freaking shelling out money like I'm. Oh, dude, no.
Dude, my friend did because he's
I'm like
so
hitting up the free flag ads on. Please, I need more money for the strip club, please.
Dude, my friend literally has not even, I don't think he's kissed a chick. So he was like, he just was like, fuck it, and spent so much money. And then he comes out and he's telling me all this shit, and it's like, I have experience with women, so it's like, it's nothing like special to me. He's like, dude, she put her pussy right in my face. And I was laughing so hard at this shit. He's like, dude, I smelled her asshole. Like, is it supposed to smell like bad? I'm like, it's a fucking asshole.
Poop comes out of it, dude. What do you think it's gonna smell like? Roses? Jeez, he's like, is it supposed to smell bad?
Midsummer's Eve.
Dude, he was just describing all this shit. He's like, dude, and then I play with their nipples. I was fucking like, it was the best thing that's ever happened to him, and I was just dying laughing.
Dude,
'cause
it's
like,
so funny because I remember you go through that like junior and senior year in high school when everybody loses their virginity and everybody's got the same story. Like I remember my friend called me and he was like, he calls me and he's like, dude, I just fucked my girlfriend. And I was like, really? He's like, dude, I just snuck out of the house so I can call you. I was like, nice, dude. He's like, oh, you don't even believe it, dude. It was so goddamn wet. Dude, I swear to God, I was eating it out. And I just did it, dude. I just fucked her. And it's like, that's everybody's story. You just commit and then you do it. Like, that's everybody's.
dude, and then he was telling me, he was like, dude, I was so fucking hard. And then she grabbed me and was like, oh, you're so hard. And I was like, what'd you say? And he's like, I didn't even say anything. I just went, and like breathed. And dude, he would literally went on about this the entire trip that night and the next day and the drive back. Like he just kept remembering shit and telling me. And it was the funniest shit, dude, because he was so mind blown by this shit. Like, he's like, dude, her skin was so soft. I was
Was that her name?
It's so cringy. I was like, what was her name or what'd she go by? And he's like, I don't even know. He didn't remember. It was some like, I didn't even know what she looked like because she came right away and sat down with him because uglier than me, so better chance of getting money. And so she like had her back to me and was just sitting on him talking. And I was like, I don't even know what she looked like, but she was blonde and had like a Russian accent.
Oh,
I was
dude,
like, oh god.
Find me a chick in a strip club that speaks English. It's impossible. All of them come up, they're like just straight up trying to avoid ice. And they're just freaking in there. They're working at night, dude. It's so bad.
He was like, dude, I grabbed her ass. She had the nicest ass. I was like, oh my god. It's just so funny, like, his first experience with a chick. To me, I was just like, oh, this is fucking awful. Like, I'd rather go
dude,
to
it was the worst experience of my life going to this. Like, I never want to go to another one again. I can think of 10 medieval torture methods that I would rather have happen to me. Okay, fee, fi, fo. Can you hear that?
What the hell?
Yeah, it's fun if you go. Like, wouldn't mind going again if I was with like a group of people or like for some party or something, like, because there's couples there and I was like, oh, that's hilarious, like to go with your girlfriend or something. But if you're two guys,
I'm not bringing my girlfriend to the strip club. Then we get exposed. She's gonna see me like, oh, and then it's like even harder to get a boner because then I get a boner and she goes like this. Oh, I see.
It's almost like, what do they expect?
Yeah, I know. And then you walk up, babe, please listen. Dude, have you ever gotten in so much trouble with your girlfriend that you have to pull like the babe, no. Like, out of fucking, it's just too far.
Dude, it's just, you can't go with two people because you're gonna get separated. So it's like, I'm just sitting there, I basically went alone. And there's nothing sadder than being alone in a strip club with no money.
Oh,
so
we
it's
made
like,
a pact.
and sober. I was sober as fuck. I was like,
yeah,
so
see, I have
anxious.
A feeling if I was drunk at the strip club, it'd be a different experience.
But
like,
then if you're drunk in the strip club, just bye to your money because it's like control. Like, and this chick, she came up to me, I was like, oh yeah, my friend's upstairs. She's like, oh, well, me and your friend and some of my friends can go and get a private room and get some bottles. She's like, it's only $400, just let me know. I was like, hey, don't even got that in my bank account, so forget about it.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, they're trying to convince me to spend this money. I was like, don't. That's when you go to the strip club, is when you're broke because you can't spend anything.
Yeah.
So you just won't. That was me. I was like, well, I don't have money, so no worries.
So worst at getting off of degeneracy talk. Worst experience happened to me that I've ever had at a restaurant, dude. So I go on this date with this chick, okay, and I'm like talking up this place, dude. You know where it is? It's. I'm not gonna say the name because like dox me because there's like one location, but it's like where I lost a fidget spinner. So man. I'm like talking this place up. I'm like, they have these big milkshakes. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
don't say, yeah. Okay, so they have the massive milkshakes. I'm like, their food is good. It's so cheap. It's amazing. So we're sitting inside. We literally walk in. The guy inside's like, yeah, just sit over wherever you want. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, just sit wherever you want. And so we're like, oh god. So sit down. He opens the shades. So we go like to straight shink because bright. We're like, because brightest. So can't even see her. And then I'm like, I wanted to be healthy because usually I get like the burger, and I'm just like, oh, I'll go with the crispy chicken sandwich, please, with only mayonnaise or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I'll take the same. And he's like, okay, cool. And I'm like, no, this place is good. Trust me. Like, it seems ratchet. Like, everything. It's so good. We're sitting. He's like, it's about a 6-minute wait on the burger. Is that or the chicken? Is that fine? And I was like, yeah, they're cooking it from scratch. I was like, telling her that. I was like, oh, they cook everything from scratch. So you know it's good. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's so cute, trying to make the best first impression. And we go but also broken in Bibba, so it can't be spending on a nice place. So I was like, okay, so we're sitting there. The guy in the back goes like this. I can hear him from the back. Hey, Mark. And Mark's like, yep. And he's like, he goes, oh, hi, Mark. He goes, what does done chicken look like? Dude, I couldn't recover, dude. I was losing I started laughing so hard. I was like, oh no. And she goes like this. She goes, like, her face loses all the color. I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, it's not. She's like, they don't even know what it looks like when it's done. I was like, Mark does. He'll come over and look. And she was like, what if Mark doesn't know either? And then it's like another 20 minutes. The motherfucker had undercooked the dokas out of it, dude. He's back there for like, the food's still to come. And then the guy brings out the fries. And he's like, didn't want your fries to get cold, so I'll bring them up now. I was like, oh, so you're going to leave them. They're either going to get cold there or cold here. So I'm like eating like the fries slowly. By the time the food gets, the fries are like frozen again. And I'm like, so dude, it was just the worst. I could not contain myself. What does done chicken look like? I was like, can you please? I'm on a date with a cutie pie, and you can't even make it not look ratchet for that, dude. Oh, God.
Is this the place where the waitress was like, are you alone?
Are you
like,
by yourself? Yeah, dude. Oh, my God. Imagine doing that, dude. Did we tell you about that, Michael?
I think so.
Oh my God! So we're at the place again. It's Gavin and I are at this place.
What the?
And there's somebody sitting alone at this table, like across the restaurant. And this lady,
old lady.
Oh, this lady that works here that speaks a fucking maybe 4 words of English. You know, she walks out. She looks at the guy across the thing. And usually, if you're sitting in a restaurant by yourself, the person would walk up like, "Oh, so is this all? Like, is there anybody else coming?" No, she goes across the restaurant, goes, "Are you by yourself?" Like, across the entire thing for everybody to hear. And the guy sitting there is like this. He's like, dude, it was the most embarrassing. I'm sitting there like, I would have got up and left, dude. I would have been like, and left the freaking... Like, what do you say? What do you go? Yeah. Yep. Like, what do you say back? Like, dude. So bad.
Dude, that's so sad.
Dude, say in a oop. That's what you do.
Okay. So do you want to do, or I guess Michael hasn't seen it, so he can't do 11/22/63.
Oh, well, we can still talk. Generally go over.
Yeah. Because we told people to watch it like 2 weeks ago, didn't we?
Do like a spoiler warning.
Yeah, so spoiler alert right now, by the way, for anybody that hasn't seen the show. Or should we get to some of these other topics first?
What time is it?
Let's just cover it real quick. Let's just say
okay.
Super good show.
Well, because
and
okay. Well, because I want to go into detail and talk about the ending.
Okay, well, people might have not finished it yet, so let's discuss it next episode.
Okay. So next episode, 11/22/63. But then it's like a week.
That's fine. Well, I mean, it's whatever.
Oh, man. I've been wanting to talk about it for 2 weeks, dude. I've got it in my head. Oh, dude. I can't talk to anybody about it.
This makes people want to watch it now. They have to watch the whole season.
They better, dude. It's only 8 episodes, so it's like easy. Yeah. Okay, dude. So you
Also with Vegas, okay, so we get there and we check in. We get our nicest person at check-in. We stayed at the MGM Grand. Recommend it. Super nice hotel. Except for our TV was broken. Like, was so glitched. But didn't matter because who the fuck is going to sit and watch TV in Vegas? And then fridge was locked. Imagine a fridge you can lock, you know? So we couldn't get that open, so we had to down our fucking 6-pack of Smirnoff. bitch, you know? But we literally chugged the Smirnoff so hard. And then we went to a bar, and I made him try. We got 2, like, their specials for that place. Got 2 White Russians, and then 4 Jell-O shots that we split. And then we walked around the strip. And there's nothing more dazing than getting fucked and then trying to walk for like just miles, and like bright lights flashing in your face, and strange people yelling at you and saying shit and handing you cards. But anyways, it was super fun, and then fucking, oh my god, the sleep. I mean, I must have gotten the best night's sleep of my life. But
There?
yeah, the pool was closed at 7 p.m. So the night we got there, we couldn't even go. And I was looking forward to that. So, and it's like the hotel is so goddamn big. It's straight was like a mile walk from our room to the pool. And so got there, had to walk all the way back. Most annoying. But dude, every chick there, hot. I think maybe I saw 2 ugly chicks the whole time I was there. Like at the hotel. Like if you go inside the hotels, the casinos, the bars, whatever, every chick is so ridiculously hot. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And there's so many weddings, and it's like, who the fuck gets married in Vegas?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many bachelorette parties and shit like that. It was insane. But it's just so hard to go for 2 days. Like, you have to go for 3-4 nights to get everything done, because it's just a huge place. Like, our hotel, it would take a full day just to see everything in it, you know?
Yeah. So, Michael and I, on Saturday night, we decided to go line dancing. Okay, and we've never been line dancing. So it's like, I mean, we went like once, but freaking like years ago, don't remember anything. So it's funny because we're sitting there like,
it wasn't even here.
No, it wasn't even here. It was in friggin' California. So it's like, haven't even been to the one here. But it's so funny because like people there judge you if you don't know how to do stuff.
I know.
Like they get mad at you because every dude there, like how do you?
You're telling me this now? Here Dylan is. Oh, dude, it's fine. Like all the girls will want to teach you, and then it comes on the ship.
We found we've
true.
Huh?
I'm not going now. You just spilled the truth.
No, dude, they do. There's girls there you can find that want to teach you. Like
You'll find the one bad apple.
Yeah, I found a girl that was like down. But the thing is, you can't come out and be like, I don't know what to do. You have to like work into that and then be like, oh, you want to teach me, and then she'll do it. But you can't come out like, I don't know what I'm doing, because then you just have to find a girl that's not actively dancing, and then they'll show you if they're already out dancing.
That's my opening line. I'm walking up with a beer in my hand. Excuse me, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well,
that's
anyway,
the first thing.
It's so funny because it's like, why do people care about superficial shit?
I think, isn't that where it kind of came from? Like,
yeah.
People caring about the dumbest
Yeah, because
things.
it's like, why would you care about that as a girl? You know what I mean? It's like caring about somebody not dancing, being like, oh, sorry, you don't know how to dance, like, can't talk to you, can't you know, whatever. It's like,
yeah,
okay. That never happened to us, but it's like, it's so dumb.
But it definitely brought up, like, a lot of, just like the paradigm of some people's mindset on how they see other people and, like, what they kind of want to find in them. Yeah. You know, like, people don't care about their character. They care about the stupidest things. Like,
well, it's mostly like women when it comes to men too. Like women judge men for stupid stuff. Men judge women for reasonable stuff. Like, oh,
most obvious.
Yeah,
too.
like stuff that you're going. You're like,
fix your teeth.
Like
Very
fix
simple.
your teeth. Oh, beast. Like stuff like that, or you know, it's like there's simple stuff. Women will get mad for like no reason. Like you'll go on like 4 dates with them and they'll stop talking to you, and you're like, oh, I just wanted to know what happened. You know, you didn't know how to dance. Like it's just dumb stuff, and you're just like, okay, like could have told me that. Instead, you just go fucking passive aggressive and don't even talk about it.
Yeah, dude, people. It's so talking about that. Like, there's people, and this remind me of this because when I was in Vegas, saw a guy with and my beard's pretty pathetic because not even a beard, can't grow one. It's just straight pubic face. But this guy, worse than me. Okay, worse than me. I mean, he's fat. His titties are poking through his shirt, and has the worst beard I've ever seen. And he's wearing a shirt that has like an outline of a beard and says something about beards. Okay, so if that is the biggest part of your personality is your beard, first to go. You're done. Yeah. Like,
oh, dude, apocalypse happens. That guy's getting killed. I literally, I was like, when we were at the bar on Saturday night, I was like looking around and I was like, just looking at people, and I'm thinking, I'm so glad I'm not that person, because I'm seeing some people who just look so boring. Like I consider myself like I'm a good conversationalist. Like I'm entertaining. I'm funny. Like, I'm easy to talk to. There are some people out there that have nothing. Those are the people that think their beard is their identity. It's like it's the same thing every time. It'll be their truck. It'll be their beard. If you get remembered, oh, you're the guy with the big truck. Too. Yeah, you're the guy with the big muscle. You're the guy with the beard. It's like, oh,
yeah,
must be lacking in every single personality category, cause boring.
Yeah, if your top priority is hair on your face, get a life. Like, it's just sad. It's like, that's so pathetic. And who are you gonna talk to about that? Women? Guess what? They don't got beards and they don't care. So it's like, are you gay? Like, that's the only reason I can see.
Dude, a guy came up to us at the freaking bar and goes like, are you guys brothers? And we turn around and we're like, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And we were like, yeah. And the guy was like, oh, because you guys are wearing similar shirts. And we didn't even mean to. Like, I just put one on and then it was just like, what, we didn't even think about it. And he was like, yeah, you guys are pretty cute. And Michael and I are just looking at him. We're like this.
We look at each other.
Because I didn't even know what to say. Like, what am I going to do? Fight this dude? He's like 7 times. He's fat as shit.
We both look at each other.
Yeah, we go like this.
What? Excuse me? And then he's like,
and then
I'm just kidding, or something like that.
Yeah, he goes, I'm just kidding. And we're like,
I know, I thought he was
I was like,
I was like, dude.
I was like about to freaking leave the bar. I was like, there's no way we get here. We're here for 5 minutes. Dude hitting on us. Oh, dude, it was
that
so...
guy was probably tossed.
He was so tossed. Everybody there's tossed, but it's Kansas, so everybody's nice.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I walk into the bathroom, this dude's taking a piss, and, like, he finishes taking a piss, and he turns around, and he goes, hey! And I was like, hey! And then we just high-five. And then afterwards, I'm like, probably peed all over his hand. But it's so funny. And then I walk over, and we're, like, washing our hands. And he's like, he's got his hand under the freaking thing. Like, it's like the, like, blower, like the air blower. And he's like, what the fuck happened to paper towels? He's like, God damn. And I was like, yeah, fuck the trees, dude. Let me dry my damn hands. And he's like laughing. We're both so drunk. I was dancing. Like, we went and talked to that group at the bridal party.
Yeah.
And they were like, we were like, I don't remember what they were saying. It's like, oh yeah, we have no idea how to dance. And they were like, well, we saw you guys over there dancing. Because we were like in the corner doing like... And, like, didn't think anybody could see us. People notice shit. Like, everybody people watches. If you think, oh, nobody's watching. Somebody's watching. Dude, there's no way.
Is watching you.
Dude, I didn't think anybody was watching. I'm, like, 6 beers in, like, plus the freaking claws.
You're, like, 6 foot 7,000 feet.
In the back of the thing. And then this, like, the best song comes on. And this lady's like, will you watch my drink, thanks? And runs off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we're sitting there, like, Michael comes out of the bathroom, and he's like, oh, let's go dance. I was like, this lady just, like, tossed her drink in my face. Like, I can't leave. Like, we have to sit here and, like, stand with her drink, you know?
I would have left it.
No, I wasn't going to not.
I think she came back just, like,
She came back after the song, and I was like, you guys have fun?
How old was that person? She was, like, 50?
She was, like, a 50-year-old woman with her daughter. Dude,
yeah.
I would...
Oh, see ya! Like, what the fuck? She better be slurping more than that drink for me to stand around for her if I don't know her. Are you kidding me?
Dude, there's no way in shit that I would ever go to a club with my parents. Dude, imagine that. If you walk in with your parents, ye deserve to get cyberbullied. Dude, that's like the freaking worst thing, dude. Imagine going to the bar with your parents. How badly do you have to get, like, just completely... roasted.
Oh,
my mic just came off.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Okay, about that situation right there when she like that random stranger like trusted us with her drink.
Because we're like look so innocent.
Is that why?
Dude, she's 50. She's trying to get roofied and banged. Like desperate.
Like, it's her last resort. 50-year-old woman. She's like, this is it.
The amount of like insane, stupid thing that you could like get away with just by looking young. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what it is. Is like because we didn't. I mean, like I guess because the last time I went to that place, like I was not wearing a plaid shirt. I looked like a damn straight up British faggot. So it's like
that's gonna be me.
Well, dude, no, you just want to wear the one from Walmart. That's what I wore, the plaid shirt. Wear that, you'll be fine.
I remember you were telling me you were gonna go in and act like a British guy.
I was gonna go in. I thought a really good. I love fucking with people. So I thought the funniest thing to do would be go to the bar. Because it happened once, dude. I was hanging out with my friend, and we can do, like, amazing British accents. So we like walk up to these two chicks outside of a hotel, and and they're just like walking around, and we're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, we're from Liverpool, like we're from Challenger Sports, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And they're so interested in us, and so they hot us, and so they invite us to this bonfire. They're like, "Do you want to come to our bonfire?" And I was like, "Of course." And I told them I was only in town for the weekend, so they invite us to this fucking bonfire, and we're sitting and talking to them until the cops get called. Like, eventually the cops get called, and they're like, "Oh, you have to leave the park." And I was like, there's no sign. And then they wanted to see my ID, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna blow my cover." So I was like, "Nah, I'll leave." So we leave. Next morning, like, my friend and I are talking, we're like, "Damn, those girls were so cute, like, shit." And so we freaking call them, and we're like, "Hello?" And they're like, "Hi." And we're like, "So we have a confession, we're not actually British." All we hear on the other side. Phone hangs up. Never talk to him again. They ghosted the shit out of us, dude. It wasn't even funny. They were so mad. I was like, I didn't even mean to, but I thought it'd be funny to go and do it again, like at the bar, and just like see if I could just convince somebody again. It's so funny to convince somebody you're British, you're a mate.
You're already British.
God,
I remember one time we did, like, who was? I don't even know if I did an accent. We were at like the Dude Swings or something, whatever it's called.
Where?
Or
oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. It's outside. It's way over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those people
there was
came
like
over.
A bunch of girls.
Yeah.
They were doing like some like hide and seek.
Yeah.
Is that what they were doing?
Yeah.
And then there was like 12 of them.
Oh, dude.
And it was just us two.
And
we were just hanging out.
And we were all talking. And I remember I lied, said I was British.
Yeah.
And we had to fucking
like football. We were just freaking.
Because we were close to my house, so we had to do like the most roundabout fucking way to get home, so they wouldn't like know I wasn't British. It was so bad because you get caught in a lie and it just gets worse. And I wasn't even like trying to lie. Like, I'm not doing it like I'm gonna deceive these women. Like, it's just a joke. I'm like, oh, it's like funny, you know? It's like do a bit
just to see how far you can like just
dude
have a reaction.
No, Dylan's the biggest pathological liar. We were walking home to your house from the park, some random neighbor in your neighborhood, and you lied where you're from. What's the dude? Like, he was just like, "Oh, what's up? Where are you guys from?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm from," I don't even remember where you said. I don't even remember if it was foreign or not. But you said some bullshit ass place, and I was like, "Well, what?" Like, I don't get it.
Dog, it was a test to see if you had my back, dog. Yeah. I was seeing. No, I don't know why I do it. Like, I get into these things, and like somebody will be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then I'll just lie. And it's not even as like a deceptive way. It's just like, well, I just fucking lied. Like, don't know why I did it. I just fucking did it. So like now I'm stuck in the lie. So now I have... but it's not in a... Like, pathological liars lie to, like, get something. I'm not getting anything.
You're trying to get out of it.
I'm trying to get out of the situation. And I'm like... They'll be like, "Oh, where you from?" I'm like, "Oh, fucking Maine." And they're like, "Oh, really? What part?" The one at the fucking corner of it. Fucking corner of the Maine. And they're like, "Oh, really? What are you down here for?"
I heard
felt
you
like
guys
I'm leaving
got
Maine. You know, I
you know?
get the barbecue, and I want to actually talk to you and have you ask me questions. Like, it's just, you gotta fucking, because you don't even realize, like, they ask you questions. But we've all had to like lie on the spot to like get out of something before. What's like the biggest lie you've ever told that you never got caught telling?
That's a good question.
Like, now it wouldn't matter if you get exposed for it.
When I got my false identity taken away, trying to get a wristband for a concert so I could drink. Oh my god!
But you didn't get away with it because you got it taken.
Yeah, but I could have gotten punishment. They called the cops, and then I stuck with it to the end. I was like, "You can't just take my ID away. I need it." And then I was like, "I needed to get back on the plane. Blah blah. I needed to travel. Blah. I needed to drive." And like, they just couldn't prove that it was fake, and it was so funny. And I just kept going with it. And they took it away, and they were like, "You can pick it up at the station because you can't prove a lot." I was like, "Fine, give me the address. I'll be there tomorrow." And I no, of course not. I didn't go back, as worst. But I just stuck with it, and it saved my ass. I mean, I got kicked out, but it's like better than...
Dude, I went with Grant. We were the typical liberal. He flew into town. This was like a couple years ago. He wasn't 21 yet. He was like about to turn 21. And he's like, "Oh, my ID works. Like, we'll go over here to the liquor store." And he this motherfucker drinks, dude. And so we go to the liquor store. He gets like a 24 pack and a 12 pack, and then like some other bottle. So he's looking at like $50, $60 at fucking the liquor store. So I'm like, dude, this fake better work. And his fake was from Tennessee. So I was like, okay, here's the zip code. Like, I used to live there. I know all the shit. If he asks you, just say this. I told him everything. Freezes when we get up. So the guy's like, he's like, so let me look at your ID. And Grant's standing there like this. He's like, waiting at the table. It's literally this long of an awkward silence. It's like, the guy takes the ID, looks, and it's this.
Oh my god.
And then finally, the guys, and we're looking at each other like out of the corner of our eye, we're like, because like freaked out that it's not gonna work. And then the guy's like, "What's the zip code?" And he's like, "What was it?" And I was like, "No!" Dude goes like this. He's like, "Well, I can't sell you the liquor. You're gonna have to go outside." And he was in town as a guest. I ended up spending $65. I'm like fucking looking at him through the window, like running my card. Because before they had the fucking gay ass chip that does nothing for security except waste your time. And it was like, and I swipe my card and I'm pissed, dude. The receipt, like a CVS receipt. I was like, fuck. It was so annoying. Alcohol is the most expensive. I'm done drinking. I'm going sober after this claw. I'm sober.
The claw, dude. Done.
No, but the
Done,
biggest,
done.
I don't even know. Huh?
It's not expensive if you buy the right stuff.
Or you
Yeah,
make
but
it.
if you buy the good stuff, it is.
No, you can buy like a big bottle of like Amsterdam vodka for like $10, dude,
Yeah, but vodka's
and that will last.
horrid.
It gets you fucked up. That's all.
I
That's
don't.
the
Yeah,
point.
but I don't. I drink to enjoy my. Although White Claws are pretty inexpensive. It's like $14 for a.
No, even that, it's like $20, and it's a fucking seltzer. Like you're not even gonna get. You gotta.
Oh,
drink
you get pretty
5
drunk.
of them.
We got pretty drunk the other night from White Claws.
Dude, those are nice because you don't have the bad hangover. There's no sugar or anything. Or
Yeah.
yeast. So you don't like poop crazy in the morning. Because there's no yeast.
You know, poop.
There's no
Dude,
yeast.
everybody has their own hacks for drinking. Their life hacks that they
It's
think will
true.
work. Michael, I've never heard somebody drink a certain thing so they don't go poop.
Like, dude, do you have much beer in the morning? Like, the next morning you're just like, oh.
Because there's all that gas. You're like, dude, trying to get all the gas out of your system.
It's terrible. That's why I can see what so many people like the White Claw.
Oh, dude, I love the White Claw. White Claw,
already gone.
favorite drink. Yours gone?
Dude, it's been gone for like half an hour. Dude,
Smirnoff is so much better than White Claws. Like it just tastes so much better. Has more alcohol.
It does,
Dude,
This one
so-
has 5.
What is this? So how newscasters sound anymore northern? How newscasters present shit goofy and then hypothetical of us having our DMs leaked by the news. Could you imagine? Have you ever casters? Hey, so we got the newscasters. Sorry about that. But can you imagine having our DMs? I'm going to go to a random spot in our text message. I'm just going to scroll up. And I'm going to read it. Let me go to it. And then we're going to try to see, and we're going to read it in the newscaster voice, dude. And we're going to see how bad it goes. You ready for this? Wait, hold on. I got to fucking find some bad shit. Because we say some dumb, like... Could you imagine, though, dude? Huh?
It should be pretty easy to find something.
It's not, dude. Wait, okay. Okay, here we go. I was like... Okay, so I go, dude, ready for this? Can't laugh. He goes, send. I sent a picture of the ugliest chick I've ever seen on a dating site. And I go, Jewish. And then he sends back, haha, jeez. Fatty Roth Fattensberg. And then you go, dog, guess where I am? I go, where, dog? He goes, Top Golf in Vegas. Coziest. And I go, no. And he goes, dude, with an R, so it's Durd. Fucking half of the time he says, dude. He goes, man, it's fucking paradise. You don't even understand. When you come, so fun. And then he said something I'm not even going to say. And that, because it's like about somebody else, so I'm not going to say it. And then I was like, oh, dude. And then you go, we'd be drowning in pud, and every single pud is quality pud, so hot. So much shit to do. I was like, we can go to clubs and shit, pick up pud. You're like, oh, dude. Dude, I mean, that's not even the worst of the shit that we say. I'm like, it's so bad, dude.
Pud.
Like, we say some shit and get us zucked.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, like, the news obtaining that? Like, you do some dumb shit, and they're like, so we have Dylan, too savage for Democrats, sending a picture and going, Jewish. We have Gavin responding, calling her Fatty Roths Fatsberg, and they claim to not be anti-Semitic. Which, by the way, I'm not anti-Semitic. I make fun of every race. But it's just, like, it's just so funny because that's how they always read the news. Like, the news always does the same shit. It's like, two men in their 20s kicked off of the website Instagram. They said they were doing it for a living and they're being treated very unfairly. We're going down to Claire on the scene right now to read the reports. Thanks, Jim.
So it says here...
Gavin Duprat and Dylan Parentis of the Instagram pages The Rising Right and Too Savage for Democrats banned from political Instagram for calling a chick Jewish. Like, dude, it's dude.
We've reached out to them for comment on what quality pud might mean. We have not heard back from them or their team yet, and as soon as we do, we'll let you know.
We reached out to ask them what they meant by getting quality pud. No comment yet from the Instagram memers. Dude, two Instagram meme farmers who wish to remain... Dude, can you imagine our pictures? Dude, this is what's popping up for us too, dude. Can't fucking laugh, dude. It'll be like this. Because they always have to show worst fucking picture. So it's going to be like, two Instagram meme lords, Dylan and Gavin, popping up on the screen.
Oh my gosh. You got your mug shots already.
I know, dude.
Dude,
he knows what I'm showing. Dude, I'll be like, I'm going up. Wait a minute. Let me go up and see if I can find anything else. Hold on. Because, oh my god, you're asking me for... Wait, I got it. Because there's some shit in here. I mean, it's not even funny. I'm not even reading the bad shit. Like, I'm scrolling past, like... I think I've scrolled past, like, 14 N-words. Like, it's just... It's freaking brutal, dude. Wait, hold on.
Caught spewing hateful messages.
He says, haven't seen a single chick on Instagram that another Instagram page hasn't interacted with.
Leave hateful messages like saying small hat boomer on multiple pages.
Wait, let me see. I have the clips of us, dude. Where were the audio clips we were doing? Oh, I think the way is this it? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's not it. Where are the fucking clips where we're, like, doing it on the phone? That was the... We always ruin the bits. Because we go on these huge tangents, and we're just dying on the phone. And they're like, where are we going to put it in the podcast folder? And then try to bring it back in the podcast folder. No! No! Okay, well, that's the end of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just accidentally deleted the topics folder. So, now...
No!
That's cool. 0 to 100.
I might still have it, right?
Dude, imagine.
Well, I'll see ya.
Wait, dog.
On accident.
It said delete shared folder, and then it said cancel, and I clicked OK, and then it goes like this. Off. Wait, can I recover it? I think there's recently deleted.
Oh, for
recently deleted.
Out.
Got it. Topics for TSFD. I got it.
Thank God, dude. That's not even... It doesn't even come up for me.
You have to go to recently deleted. Oh! I forgot to talk about this. So I go out with my friend, like, Thursday night, okay? I go out with this girl who's not my girlfriend, and I have to make that clear when I go out, because every time I go out with her, she's the hottest chick I've ever seen in my life. So I go out with this girl. She's not my friend, or she's not my girlfriend, and we're sitting in the restaurant, and we're at Five Guys, and the chick working behind the counter... Oh! So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ask her for some dumbass shit just so I can talk to her. So I go up to the front and I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was like, do you have a bag? She's like, what do you want a bag for? And I was like, oh, I just want to take some fries home. Do you have a bag? She's like, yeah, sure. And I thought she was into me. I was like, oh, she's smiling, dude. I got it. So I take thing. I'm like, thank you. Walk back to my table. Walk all the way back to my car. Drive all the way to the place. Go in the next place. Get a drink. Talk to like 40 people. Get in my car. Go all the way back to the girl's apartment. Go in the bathroom. Food. Giant chunk of food in my teeth. That's like I'm surprised I couldn't feel in my lip how fat it was sticking out, dude. I was like, I went the whole night with this piece of food in my teeth, dude. It was the most. I was like, oh my god, it happens every time. I've never gone on a date and gone somewhere to eat and not had food in my teeth.
Yeah, no. You have to eat. There's nothing you can eat that doesn't get stuck in your teeth, too.
Like, I mean, that's never going to get. Never gets salad.
You know, or a bowl of water.
So because
or a bowl of water and a fork.
Yeah, bowl. Can I get a bowl of water and a spoon and some straw?
Just slurp it up like a dog.
Yeah, what's that in your teeth? Oh, water.
Dude, you can't get anything. Dude, it's impossible. It's either that or like booger. Like there's never. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you when you're talking to a girl? Like you're talking to a girl for the first time. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
Speaking.
Speaking?
No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to think of something that's good.
I've so many times I've had my fly down, or like so many times because I don't know. I guess I was autistic. I would button my shirts up uneven. Like it would be one button off, and so they'd be crooked, and it would look so fucking stupid. And you just can't. It's like, oh my god. And then undo every single button and then put it back. It's like, hey. So bad.
Just like one arm's just like up here while you're like talking.
Dude, I've legit done it where I've had just like fat stain on the back of my shirt that I don't know is there because I'll like sit on something at a restaurant or I'll have like something on my ass. Like I've walked around so many times. I've had like a tag going like this in the wind off my ass, dude.
Don't even, I'm the king of leaving tags on, dude. Where was I the other day? And I went to school. The entire day, and it wasn't even like a tag. It was the fucking plastic shit that's like a big stripe that has the size on it. And it was on the back. And it was on me. No one said shit. Now I'm walking around like I'm thinking I'm looking dapper because new shirt. I'm walking around with this plastic on me, and no one says anything. I'm like, okay, well, what's up?
Dude, that's your style, dude.
Oh my god. Dude, if I worked at a shirt factory, I would put that motherfucker in the most arbitrary spot. I'd put like 4 of them. Dude, you can't buy a shirt. I was walking around the other day. There was like a white clip, like this big, and it was like this. Can't even do it because autistic. But it was like hanging off my shirt. So I'm walking around, and it's like my shirt's like this in the back. Because there's like a clip on the back. It's like perfect, like little. I was like, dude, it's the most humiliating, dude. When there's something you don't even know about, and nobody cares. Because I'm the most like introverted person in public. So it's like one little thing is wrong, dude. I've had like you just have like earwax, like a piece of fucking earwax, like right in the corner. You get home, and you're like, you look in the mirror. That's the first thing you do when you get home. You look in the mirror, you go. Oh! Like, dude, it's so bad. You'll be like, fuck! Like, dude, and then you gotta ask him, and then you have to text him and tell him. Like, you can't have, you gotta be like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? It was the most embarrassing thing in my life. And they're like, I didn't even notice. X. But, like, how do you tell somebody? Like, I was on a date with a girl, like, a couple months ago, and she had, like, lettuce in her teeth, and like I told her, but it was the most awkward thing. I was like, oh yeah, like some fucking, and she's like, oh my god, and then like wrong place, because like everybody turns into fucking first grader when you're like trying to like show them something. They're all go like wrong side. You're like no other side. And they're like and you're like no other way. No, nope. like finally get to it.
I just do it for myself. I'm like, let me get it. Because at that point, it's bothering me more than them. Like,
Dude.
And I'm smart enough to where I can translate it for them. So I'll be like, oh, it's on the left side of your face. And they'll be like, oh, the left side for you? Okay. And I'm like, no! Like, they never guess the right side. I'm like, other side. And then it's like, they'll go from here. Instead of here, they'll go. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, not even close.
Dude, I remember one time I was in high school and this dude came into the bathroom and I was like taking a whiz. And we had these giant mirrors in the back of the bathroom. So like walking in, you could see people pissing. So it was like the most awkward thing. This guy goes over, goes like this. Like pops a zit and it goes all over the mirror. It explodes onto the mirror and I'm watching him through the thing. And then he leaves. And I was so close to throwing up. I had to hold in my gag until he left. I was like it was so disgusting. Because it goes like this. It goes. And it starts dripping down the mirror. I was like, it was so gross, dude.
Evening Christmas.
I was like, that's disgusting. I was like, why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you just wait to get home?
Dude, it was brutal.
I don't understand people. I don't do anything in public restrooms. Like, I refuse. I can't pee in public. Like, I just can't do it.
I can pee in public. I can't poop. If there's ever a situation where I have to go poop, I will. I don't care how far I am. I will drive home and go poop. Like, I cannot poop in public, dude. It's just never gonna happen.
Because you're so vulnerable. Like, what if something happens? What if someone walks in with a gun and you're just, well, okay. So, I mean, you're sitting there.
Yeah, what are you going to run out of there and just smell like shit? Dude, can you imagine? Someone comes in the bathroom and starts doing some dumb shit, and you're in the stall going like this. Hey, stop it. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. With your pants around your legs sitting on the toilet. Dude, it's just like, no, forget. And you never know what kind of poo it's going to be. At least, dude, it happened to me. I had to go on a date with this chick. So, I almost fell backwards. So I had a freaking date with this girl, and we were supposed to go get tacos downtown. And so I called Gavin. So I drove all the way downtown. I'm sitting at the taco place. She's like, oh, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. I was like, okay. Or like 5 minutes or whatever. And so I'm sitting there waiting, and my stomach, I can feel. And I was like, no. I was like, she needs to get her ass here right now so I can eat and then fucking. So it's 20 minutes goes by, still sitting there, have to poo. It's bad. And it's not one of those poos. And I don't know, about once a month, and I can't explain why. I've tried everything. About once a month, I'll have one of these shits that you're just like, like over the toilet, and it just. You have to, I mean, it just hurts so bad. And then you stand up and you go, okay, not done. And you got to get back down. Do it again. I don't know what it is. It literally, it just happens randomly. It's probably because I'm like eating like shit. And it's just my stomach like trying to force it all out of me. I'm sitting there and then I had another date later that day. So I was like trying to squeeze this one in because idiot double books. So I tried to squeeze this one in, and then I had like the other one right after. And she was like, I was meeting with her like 30 minutes away. So I only had a limited amount of time. So I call her. I'm like, I gotta leave. So I call her. I'm like, hey, I left my dogs outside by accident. I gotta go home and like let them in. I'm going, and then I'm like trying to get home. Highway exit to get back to my city closed. So I gotta take like a 10-minute detour. I'm like just going down the highway because I had to go to the bathroom so bad. And I go around this thing. I'm finally back home. I'm like running up because I can't use the guest bathroom. Got to be my bathroom. So I get up, I finally go to the bathroom, and then I was afraid it was going to happen again. I blew this chick off. She was sitting at the original place, and then I was like, oh, we'll just meet somewhere closer to my house. So I tell her that place. She goes to that place. I felt so bad. She's sitting there. I never texted her. I just blew her off because then I had the other date. So she was literally sitting there, and then I text her, and I'm like, I text her after the second date, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, blah, blah. Number was blocked. I was like, okay, well, it's not. I deserve that. But also, don't regret it because I had to go to the bathroom. So bad.
It's bad. Or those poops whenever you have to, like, like you think you're done. And then you actually think you're done. You really do think you're done. And then you pull up your pants, go wash your hands, all that stuff. Go walk outside. 2 minutes rolls by.
And then
happens again.
Yeah, you feel like fucking prairie dogging.
You're like, oh, this is just a fart. I don't think it's a fart. I don't think. Nope, it's not. And then you have
can't
to go.
even risk it. Have you ever had one of those? You're like, oh, this is a fart, and then you start pushing, and you're like, oh, Jesus,
like, why
Mary,
so warm?
Why is it so warm? You feel it, like tickling its way out of your butthole.
Sphincter is like, oh. What the fuck?
It's like fucking getting ready to come out because your poo doesn't know the difference.
No.
So your poo's sitting there all primed up, and then it feels a little push, and it's like, it's go time.
It's go
And
time.
then it starts moving, so it has no idea what's going on, dude. It has
God didn't make assholes big enough, by the way,
Huh?
because God didn't make assholes big enough, by the way, because mine's not big enough for the shit I take, and it's brutal. And also, another thing is, like, I can't go more than once in one day because I'm so conscious about my asshole being clean that I have nice toilet paper because I spend money on that.
Oh, I use
wipe
wet wipes, dude. I use baby wet wipes. I get cucumber Johnson & Johnson fucking wet wipes from Walmart, dude. I come walking out of there. I've never had a sore butthole. I got sick and tired of a fucking chafed, red-ass butthole. I was sick of it, dude. I'm like, I'm getting baby wipes. I used them for the first time, and I was like, I wiped my butt. My asshole smells like cucumber. If I was at the strip club next to Chris, he would have been like, is the asshole supposed to smell like cucumber? Instead of, is the asshole supposed to smell like butt? Because it's like summer's eve for your ass. Dude, it's the greatest thing ever. You feel fresh and hydrated because it's made for baby-sensitive buttocks. So it's like the best thing ever, dog.
Oh, I won't get off the toilet until I see red on my toilet paper. Like, until I am bleeding every single time. That's how I know when to stop. That's the fucking ticker. Yeah, dude, because I'd rather be bleeding than have shit still in my asshole. So it's like, if I then have to go again that day, it will burn because I'm just tearing the fibers in my asshole at that point that are already bleeding.
Are you a pooper? And Michael has to get off here in a second. Are you a pooper where you shove it out, or do you just let it come out naturally?
It depends on.
I sit down and go like this. And just like shove it out, dude. And it's so bad because you're if you're a shover, and you'll understand this if you're a shover. If you're a shover, you're estimating that you're only gonna have to poo once. So you shove it out like a cannon from the fucking pirate ages. And so you shove the shit, goes into the toilet, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. If you have to poop again, forget it! Because the next one,
dude, you're gonna get hemorrhoids.
Oh, the next one is the final one. Because the next one, you shove it out and you go, ah! Like, it's so bad, dude. And then you stand up and you're like, oh, 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 and then you can't sit down. So I've literally been doing stuff and I'll be standing like this. I'm standing like this. And they're like, Dylan, why didn't you sit down? And I'm like, I just don't feel like it. Like, I don't want to sit down. But if I sit down, I go like this. Like I sat on a spike or something, because it feels like needles, dude. It's the worst. Oh my God.
You're gonna clench.
Oh, dude. Are you a pusher or a letter? I've started becoming a letter come out, and I'm telling you, it's night and day. But it takes you like 20 more minutes, and
you have to have your phone with you.
I'm an expedient person, so everything I do, I'm gonna try to do the fucking most. So when I pee, I'm like into the toilet as fast as possible. When I poo, it's like. And so, because I try to do everything. But now, I don't even care. I sit down, and I'll sit there like this for like 7 hours. I'll go.
Oh, I don't mess around. I saw a thing that was like Americans, or not even Americans, there's like people spend more time on the toilet than on vacation. And I was like, fine. Because it's so worth the investment of time. Like in the morning, every single morning, I sit down, I pee, I shit, and I go on my phone for like an hour, to the point where I stand up and my legs give out because all the blood has just been gone from there for just tens of minutes. And it's so nice because I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day, and it doesn't hurt.
I wish that I could poo in the morning or at night, but my poos come at like 2 p.m. Most inconvenient time because it's like the prime of the day. So you'll be in the middle of doing something, you're like, oh, gotta go home really quick. Why? Because gotta shit. and I'm not shitting in public because someone's going to come in and I'm going to smell the bathroom up. And because I'm a considerate person, don't want to smell it up.
Yeah. Well, mine come at the same time, but I wake up at that time. So then it's just a morning shit.
You don't wake up at 2?
Yeah. That's how it works out.
You wake up earlier than me. I tried to go to bed early last night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to LA in a week. I'm going to try to fix my sleep schedule. I was like, I'm going to try to fix my sleep schedule. So I tried to go bed. I get in my bed at midnight last night. This is me until 2:30. And then 2:30 comes around. I go like this. I'm asleep. Still wake up at the same time. I was like, fuck. Dude, I can't win.
Dude, I think it's a guy's thing,
wake up
actually.
early.
Sleeping in late.
Well, like, I don't know. It's almost like it's hardwired into, like, our clock.
To stay up late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad,
We were
dude.
talking about that in class, like, literally today. Also with the poop thing.
In class, you're talking about poop?
Yeah, we were talking about how, like, some
I want to take
guys-
that class. Jesus,
like,
like
some
the
guys,
TSFD
like,
pod class.
literally-
TSFD pod class?
the pod class. Like, 4:01 on the dot, he's got to go take a crap. Like, every day. Like,
your teacher?
well, she was talking about how, like, some people that she took care of, I'm like, dude. Same.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, because nursing.
Yeah. Because, like, there's people that I had to take care of. They literally crapped on the dot every single time. I'm like,
Oh, dude,
what's
that's
up
my
with these
dad.
guys?
That's my dad. You
Girls
could
aren't
literally,
like
you
that.
could, if my dad is at at the house by himself, you could time when to rob the house based on when he's taken a shit. You could literally be like, oh, he's taking a shit. And you could just break into the house and steal everything in the house because it's not quick. You literally hear every day, same time. Gets up, walks. It's delayed.
Oh, it's still
Yeah, it's delayed. There it is, yeah.
Okay, I gotta head out.
I'll see you later, man.
See ya, Hoyts.
Dude, it's so bad, but like every day, same time.
Dude, that's me now because of my coffee regimen.
Oh.
So now I just know that after I have my coffee, if I have to go somewhere, like I have to wait 30 minutes because there's times where I drank my coffee and my mom or someone I know was like, okay, let's go do this. And I'm like, I can't. Gotta wait.
Oh.
Gotta wait till I shit
Oh.
because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
There's nothing that makes me more anxious. Dude, I want to talk about 11/22/63 so badly.
Yeah, we can.
Oh no, dude, should we? Because next
Why
week
not?
we're gonna have to do it from LA, so I'm like not 100% sure how it's gonna work.
Give me 1 second. Give
Okay.
me like 1 second.
Oh god, I'm so hungry right now, and I was about to ask him to give me 1 second so I could go up and get my food, but now I'm giving him 1 second. So, welcome to the Dylan Show. I hope you guys, for all of you guys who are here watching this instead of the Democrat debate, you guys are the goats. Appreciate ya. He probably just farted so loud. Did you have to go?
I did not. My mom called me 50 fucking times to say, when should I make food? And I'm like, hey, whenever. I don't care.
Okay.
You know what I start doing
Do
though?
you want to talk about 11/22/63? And then people who don't want can come back to this episode next week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, talk for
So-
like 2 seconds and let me run upstairs. Give me 1 sec. Just talk and say something funny.
Okay. Well, all of you know that I'm not funny, so can't just say something funny. But what I was gonna say to Dylan before he cut me off, like every single thing I say, is gonna start wearing hoodies with no shirt underneath. So comfortable. And it's like, I don't wear underwear when I don't need to, because why would you? Like, there's no point. You're just constricting yourself, right? So, like, if I'm wearing sweats or I'm wearing basketball shorts, or even when I'm, like, wearing, like, sweat shorts, which is mostly what I wear because comfort over looking good. But the chances are if I'm at the grocery store or, like, I'm out, if I'm going to the movies or something, there's nothing between my pants or my shorts and my balls, because why would I do that to myself? It's comfortable and you can't see anything. That's the point of clothes, right? And it's like, it's not like wearing a bra. Like, I don't care if my sack starts hanging low, right? It's like, it's going to happen when I age. So same thing, like, just apply it to your upper half. Like, I'm wearing my hoodie right now. By the way, got to plug the merch from my store. like, without a shirt on, wearing a hoodie, by far the most comfortable thing. Because it's like wearing sweats without underwear. It's the most comfortable thing. It's soft on the inside, yet flowy. So if you get hot, all you gotta do. The most comfortable thing. And that's all I got for you guys. So we gotta wait for Dylan to come back and talk about 11/22/63, which I doubt any of you guys watched as much and finished it like we did. I don't even, did we mention it on the last podcast? I think we did. So you guys gotta start watching as much as us, which is hard to do because no life. Like, we literally are on Xbox and watch a show together. That's how gay, you know? Like, that's just how long-distance friendships work, I guess. But there's nothing gayer than watching a show with someone in an Xbox party. Like, not even on the phone, just straight. This is what it looks like. Because this is what we're going to do 2 seconds later. Right when this podcast ends, here's going to be us watching a show.
Dude, it's not even gay, dog.
Oh, beyond gay.
Well, it's not.
I doubt anyone finished the show like we did, dog.
Well, they can watch it this week.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Do you want to give a rundown of everything that happened in the show, or do you want me to?
You give a summary of what
course,
happened.
fucking, as soon as I look at this scrumptious burger. So basically what happens is, it's about a guy who gets the ability to go back in time and, like, change the future. So you can go back in time and, like, kill somebody and come back into the future, and the future is different. So he decides, in a roundabout way, that he's going to go back in time and prevent the assassination of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I don't even know if that's his middle name. Okay, regular tea instead of sweet tea. S gross. But it's thirsty, so drinking it. But anyway, so he goes back in time, but he goes back to 1960. The assassination was on 11/22/63. So let me catch my breath. I was sprinting around up there trying to freaking hurry down here. So he goes back in time. So he has to live in the past. And by the way, it doesn't matter how long you're in the past. It's only 2 minutes in the future that goes by. So he lives in the past. He like has to go from like Maine down to Texas. He stops in Kentucky. He prevents this like friend of his at school from like his dad killing him or whatever, or killing his whole family. He does that, and then he continues down to Texas. He meets up with somebody who he tells he's from the future, and he's like, I want you to help me with this, which was the dumbest thing he could have possibly done. They have to like spy on Lee Harvey Oswald, so they spy on him because they have to make sure he's the actual killer. So they spy on him for a long time, and then he gets a job at a school as a teacher because he's a teacher of the future, so he gets a job at a school, and then he meets the fucking hottest chick I've ever seen in my life, named Sadie. He meets her, and then he tells her he's from the future after some stuff happens to her. I'm leaving out like minor details. And then they go together to go stop the assassination of JFK. And on the day of, she fucking dies. And I was like, fuck! Dude, I was so mad. She dies. And this is the part that pissed me off about the show. Then he goes back to the future, and everything's fucked. Like, he saved JFK, and everything's fucked. Like, there was some sort of war, like nuclear war or something, that was, like, destructive, like, destroyed everything. Horrible war. And then he goes and finds the guy whose parents he saved, or he saved from the dad killing the family, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember you. And then he like explains what happens, but doesn't even go in detail. He's like, oh yeah, the Kennedy camps. And so it's like you have to speculate why the war broke out, which we'll get into in this conversation. We can like talk about that. But basically he goes back to the future, it's fucked. So he's like, I have to reset this. And if you go back to the past again, you go back to the exact same time you did the first time, which is 1960 again. So he goes back, and then you can come back again, and everything's the same. And his girl's dead. So not only is the world fucked, but his girl's dead. So he's like, I just ruined everything. Like, I've tried to do this whole thing. I risked her life. She died, and now everything's fucked. So he goes back to the past, and he sees her. So he runs after her. He's like, Sadie! Sadie! And, like, runs after her. Finds her in this thing, and he's like, I know you. This sounds crazy. I know you don't know me, but I know you. And he's, like, talking to her, and then she believes him. And she's like, And I just realized I left out the fucking most important part of the whole thing, and now I have to tell you guys about that. Basically, this guy is following him around in the past and is like, it doesn't matter what you do, the same result is going to happen. So she's going to die regardless. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. So then, if he goes to the past, yeah. And so he's like, fuck. So she falls in love with him again on the spot, right there. And I'm watching, and I'm like, yes. Like, he's going to get her back. It's going to be awesome. He's just going to live in the past with her. And then he lets her go. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I don't know you. And I was like, ah! Like, I was so mad. And then she gets in the car, drives off. Then he comes back to the future, leaves the hottest woman on planet Earth in the 60s. And then he goes on his computer. He looks her up, finds that she's still alive and still teaching. So he goes to some award ceremony where she's being recognized. And then just like gives her, and then like dances with her, and he's like, how was your life? She's like, it's good. And then he was happy about that. But yeah. So Gavin has a theory about why there was a huge war after JFK got assassinated. Why don't you go into that?
Well, after, you mean because he didn't get assassinated?
Yeah.
They implied that George Wallace, because in that alternate timeline, like, George Wallace also didn't die. So George Wallace won the presidency after Kennedy. And so then Kennedy set up, like, refugee camps because they tried to, like, they kind of implied that George Wallace started bombing or, like, started a civil war type thing and, like, had people killed. And so Kennedy was, like, after being president, set up camps to, like, save people from that. That's kind of, like, what they implied. But I don't know, it was dumb. It's like, why would Kennedy be president and then give up the presidency and then
he didn't give it up.
Set up camp?
He served a second term. Remember, he said that.
Yeah, but then even then, it's like, well, if George Wallace was so awful, and then why would people follow? Like, it just didn't make any sense, and that's why they didn't explain it well. Because it's like, if they went into detail, they knew it would be so questionable. So it's like they just left it super broad because it's like, well, how the fuck did that happen?
Well, and the show became less and less about like what was actually going on and more about like the love interest between Sadie and the guy.
Yeah, like at a point it wasn't even about. It was always about saving JFK, but like that was always it became a minor issue. It's like, okay, well, he could do that, but who really cares? Like, he's the main character, not JFK.
You get so invested in the chick too, like you really do. They do a great job of like making you get invested in her. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like at a point you don't even care about the show. You don't care about JFK. You don't care about how that goes. You just care about the chick, and that's like how they made it for the main character. It's like he started not caring about anything else but the chick. So it's like, but then eventually he changed his mind. Well, I don't know. I guess he didn't go back because he wanted her to have a good life. That's why he checked on her and was like, did you have a good life? She's like, yes.
But I would have wanted to make it better. Like, there's no way I would have left her in the past. I would have tried it one more time, and if she had died again, then I would have not gone back.
So many more times, dude. Like, why not? If you have that power, that's why it's like the show was kind of dumb, because it's like he didn't even really try, and then nothing changed. He didn't change anything. Nothing changed.
Well, I think the moral of the story was like, don't fuck with the past.
Yeah, but that's like dumb, because okay, well, time travel show, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he should. I was pissed that there was no like happy ending to the love story, because he got fucked over. He got like divorced at the beginning of the show, which obviously means he got fucked over by the Huamat, because always the woman's fault. So he got fucked over at the beginning of the show, and then he never found love. Like, he just ends the show and he's alone. I was like, God, yeah. I would have stayed with her. She was so hot that it was unbelievable. She was so hot, dude.
The whole show, Dylan was like getting a hard on over her.
Oh.
Every time she popped up on the screen, he'd be like, oh.
Most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even kidding.
Not the most beautiful.
No, but
she had a scar though at some point.
And was still high as shit. She gets cut in the face from like here to here. by her ex-husband. And
Yeah.
she's still so hot.
Yeah, not even noticeable because you're not even
I
looking.
think 90% of her attractiveness is the traditionalism, though.
Yeah.
The fact that she's
Like if you saw her,
huh?
if you saw her with just like some normal hair that girls have today and like some fucking booty shorts or something, she would just be the average chick.
Yeah.
That it's like, okay, well, every other girl.
Yeah.
But like hairstyle and like the dresses and just everything, because it makes you focus on her other features, like her eyes and her lips were so nice, dude. So it's like you're just looking at those instead of like her fucking ass that's out like every other girl, or like whatever,
I've noticed that the chicks with the best ass and tits are the ones who don't show it off.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. Yeah,
It's just
for
a
sure.
better all-around women. More attractive.
Yeah, women start wearing dresses. Like,
Oh,
just
dude.
so much more.
If a chick comes into my life and looks like Sadie, I'm literally proposing on the spot. I'm like,
I mean, jeans. And what is it with girls wearing, like, pants, It's like, that's so 60s. Or, so, I mean, not 60s, so 70s and up.
yeah.
It's like, why are they wearing pants like guys? Like, that's so feminist. It's like, stop wearing pants.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Need something long? Wear a dress. Need something short? Wear a skirt. Like, don't wear fucking jean shorts and jeans. Like, it's just not attractive.
Dude. I could not be any more disrespectful than shoving or stuffing my face in the podcast. It's just so good.
Yeah.
I don't even think you understand how hungry I was, dude.
My mom's making homemade burgers tonight. And I don't really eat burgers, so.
Okay,
But
well, you need
she
to
makes
start because best. I've had nothing but
She-
red meat for like the past 4 days.
Oh, that makes me want to throw up. Like, I can't eat that much red meat. That makes me sick. Because
Why?
it's just. Because it's so unhealthy, dude. And I think about all the gross ass shit that goes on to, like, make it. It's just so gross. Like, do you know where that Freddy's burger came from? Not somewhere healthy, dog.
Fuck it.
Like, it's just so nasty.
I know when I'm going there though.
It's so processed and, like, it's just gross as fuck. Like, I just can't. It literally makes you feel sick because so much cholesterol and just slows your heart rate, and it just makes you not energetic.
I love it.
Like, all you want to do is sleep.
Slow my heart rate down. I already have a fast
food's
heart.
supposed to give you energy, dude.
Huh?
Food's supposed to give you energy, not the other way around.
I have too much, so I do this to counteract it.
That's true. I have low energy, so I have to fucking eat and drink coffee constantly.
I mean, this food will still give you energy. Like, it has calories that have to be burned. It's just that, like, your stomach is, like, taking a lot.
Yeah, but it has to
energy.
work hard. Yeah, it has to work so hard to digest it that it literally, like, takes your energy away from you because it's just
If healthy
working.
food was good, I would eat healthy. And it's just not good.
Dude, there's plenty of good healthy food. Dude, just get a turkey burger. Tastes the same.
No.
Like, it's good. Yeah, dude.
I've had turkey burgers, dude. Worst.
Oh, man.
I had a turkey burger from a place that was called World Famous Turkey Burgers. Guess what?
Let's,
Wasn't even nearly.
let's not,
Wasn't.
dude,
Wasn't
what
even
is
nearly,
up? Talk about that for a second. Okay, man, say your fucking point already.
What's going on, Cirques? It wasn't as good as a normal burger at all.
Okay, well, nothing's going to be as good as something that's unhealthy, but you can still have something good and you don't feel like a fucking cunt about it because
Oh.
it's so gross.
I feel like shit the next day when I'm leaving dates at fucking taco joints because I gotta take a fattest shit of my life.
Exactly, dude. Like, it's affecting your life because it's so bad.
What am I? I'm
Dude,
so
what
hungry,
is-
dude.
So, what is up, though, with, like, hole-in-the-wall places saying they're world famous when not famous?
Every
Because
one of them, dude.
every single one, like, the place I used to work at, my first job was blah, 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 world's famous chili burgers. Not true. Because no one knows where. Hey, every time someone asks me what my first job was, oh, I worked here. What's that? Means it's not world famous.
If you work there. Oh, I heard they have really good chili burgers. If there's not a line out the door at the lunch rush every single time, not world famous.
Yeah, and nothing's world famous if it's like basic. The only thing, maybe Pink's hot dogs. And guess what? Don't call themselves world famous. Like it's
What's
just
a world famous thing that doesn't call itself world famous? Like Gates Barbecue or like Joe's Barbecue. Like that's pretty big and nobody fucking says it.
Yeah. It's
Or
just
you
like
know what it is? What they also say, it's so cringy. They'll go, it's either world famous thing or home of the thing. It's so fucking
yeah, the original.
It'll be like home of the something that everybody has. It'll be like, welcome to blah blah blah, home of the cheeseburger. And it's like I could literally go down the street on a scooter and pass by 14 other places that have cheeseburgers. Like there's what makes your cheeseburger so special?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we were driving to Vegas and there's nowhere more buttfuck than in between LA and Vegas. Like there will be one store and the store will be world famous. I'm like, no, it's not, because there's not even a town.
Yeah.
Like no one goes there regularly because there's no one there.
Yeah,
like
it's famous to the 4 people that like frequent the area.
Yeah, exactly.
It annoys me so much. And then also what annoys me is people who will be like, since whatever, and then it's not even a time before 2010. Like you're not allowed to be like, what? Making cheeseburgers. Like, okay, look at this. Like Freddy's. Okay, I can't remember, but it's since like 1940 or something. That makes sense. But if I go to a place and it goes, making you happy since 2012, I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that, dude. Like that's so annoying.
If Obama or Bush was president, don't put since when or since blah blah blah, because too recent.
Unless it's before 2000.
Even that, it's like since 1999. It's like, was still born before that, and I'm pretty damn young, so don't do it. Just restaurant advice from 2 world famous restaurant owners.
From 2 world famous podcast hosts. We gotta make a shirt called World Famous Podcast.
Yeah. Home of the best world famous podcast.
Be like TSFD World Famous Podcast. Thanks for the donation, Cirques. Also, he goes, where's this Hidda Michael at? He had to leave, but we have no lives, so he actually had to go do stuff, and we're just sitting here still podcasting.
He had some really famous restaurant and business to attend to.
Yeah, he had like a world famous restaurant to attend to. TSFD. We got to do a shirt. TSFD, home of the world famous podcast.
God,
and we gotta make like a vintage. Dude, that'd be a funny shirt. It's got to be like a vintage home of the world famous podcast. We'll like make it look like a 50s like diner.
Oh, it's got to be like a baseball shirt. It's got to have like the loop and then has the wording on the loop or whatever.
Oh, whoa. That'd be pretty lit.
Yeah.
Dude, also, I have the worst poison I've ever had in my life. And this isn't even the half of it. It's going like down my leg. World famous podcast averaging 7 viewers. Dude, if you're still here now, bless your heart, dude. I mean, Jesus.
Don't. Hey, if you're still here, don't. Because
you know, guys, honestly, we had a banger podcast like 2 podcasts ago, and then I found it hard to be as funny because we go over all the bits together, and it's just not funny. Like, I'm going to go with a bit we haven't gone over yet, and here it is. Hold on. Who the fuck knows how to play Mancala? Okay. That's one of the podcast topics. And it's true, but it's like now I've already seen it. It's more funny if we're just sitting on the like randomly like I just said it then. That's when it's funny. But if we're like looking, let's get a topic. Oh yeah, here's one. Who the fuck knows how to play Mancala? But like honestly, who does? Have you ever played I know how to play Mancala, so I guess me, but
Well, dude,
But-
apparently enough people to put it in the fucking iMessage games. Like, okay, mini
Oh,
golf.
they did?
Sounds good. Yeah, mini golf sounds good. Pool, okay, like that's fun. You could do it. Mincala, dude, takes no skill. You press the fucking screen, you tap it, and I still don't know why you tap it because I don't know what you
Oh
knew.
shit, dude! I just saw the worst fucking meme. Oh my god, let me turn this camera around. And I have two cameras on me. It's weird, but hold on. I gotta show you this meme, dude. This is fucking horrible. Hold on.
Me, you.
No, dog. Hold on. Let me fucking. What?
TSFD home of the world famous meme reviews.
Oh, we gotta start doing meme reviews in the podcast. You guys should send us memes to my DM, and then we're gonna do meme review. Oh, yeah, I'll just text it to you, dude. It's so bad, dude. It's fucking horrible. You have to. I don't know if you'll get it. All right, check text, dog. Here it is for everybody looking at the screen. I can't even read it, but.
Wait, where's the fucking
What?
where's the fucking like 49 or whatever?
That's how much of that's the black that it's taking up. 13% takes up 40. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking gold. I'm posting that. I'm still posting that, dude.
Do it. Now we're going to be two Instagram meme lords on a podcast, home of the world famous podcast, sharing.
Claiming to be world famous, even though no one has heard of them.
Claiming to be world famous. They need a massive introduction. Claiming to be world famous, posted a meme on Instagram saying, I'm not going to say it, but.
Yeah, you know.
So let's see what other topics we have that we can go over before we call this a show. Unit 731. What's that, dog?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. So I've never even heard about this, but someone posted on their story. It's basically Unit 731 is this unit in the Japanese imperialist army. So like during World War II. And basically it was under like the something dumb like research and water purification department or whatever, right? But it of course wasn't that. It was like their biological warfare department. And so that unit ended up killing like 400,000 people and not talked about. Never taught in school, nothing. Like I've never
How did they kill 400,000 people?
In China, they just
fuck, dude, you can die in China. If you want to murder somebody, do it in China. Dude, that never gets reported. So many people have been just fucking slaughtered in China and nobody ever talks about it.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, 400,000 people. And when we arrested, when everything ended and we were charging people for war crimes, right? Like Germans and stuff, we did the same thing how we took German, like, Nazi scientists and gave them immunity so we could like learn their fucking secrets or whatever. Did the same thing with the people who created biological weapons for the Japanese imperialist army and like killed all the people in China. We like gave them immunity instead of trying them for war crimes, and like we obtained their biological weapons and like how they made them and everything like that. So like we still have that. We still have those weapons and stuff, and we still have that knowledge. And so bad, because when the Soviets arrested the same people, like when they got to them first, the Japanese people that were in that unit, tried the fuck out of them for war crimes, executed. Like, and the U.S. is just over here like, oh, give it to us so we can use it instead. Like, instead of trying them for war crimes, so bad.
Oh, dude, it was straight small hat central, dude, after a war.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that's crazy. I think that's what we have at Area 51. I think it's like advanced technology and just like
biological weapons. Yeah. Because there's no people there, so it's like it's not going to spread like crazy if something gets out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's probably people who are getting tested on there right now.
They so do, and that's what was happening.
Do you think they abduct humans?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
dude, you might take hella homeless people.
Yeah, like grab they that happened before, dude. That's how the CIA was testing on people. They would grab homeless people off the streets because no one would miss them. It's like no one knew who they were.
Yeah.
Like that probably still happens today. I wouldn't be surprised. But that's what was happening with the Unit 731 too. Is like they were doing human testing on a bunch of Chinese people, like to test out these weapons and shit.
Jesus.
And they wouldn't call them. They called them like logs or something like that.
They're like
It's
log
insane.
number
Like,
45 on Chinese man number 45.
yeah, dude. Everyone watching, like, look that up. It's just weird because
I'm looking it up right now. I'm
You've
looking
never-
up Unit 731 right now.
Yeah, you
I
can
thought
read
that was
this.
about to be a funny topic. Now I'm depressed.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, dude, let's read the Wikipedia. It's just they killed so many people and like we got their weapons or whatever,
The
and it's
macho
never talked about. Never talked about.
Jesus. That's insane. Oh my god, that's
Yeah, dude.
crazy. There's like somebody on the ground dying right there. Holy
Oh,
shit.
dude, I mean, human experimentation like to the max, dude. It's insane.
And then H-Dog gets in trouble for gas and his. God, I mean, yeah, no. Why don't we just
Yeah, it's
test
pretty
on and oh Jesus, God. Comedy show and everything we say is intended to be taken seriously. But you have to test it somehow. Like you have to test like cutting edge things somehow.
Yeah.
I think that
There's
wraps.
enough.
Huh.
There's enough idiots you could do volunteers because there's enough people like retarded people that would do it.
Yeah. Let's see if we have any other topics. I don't think we have any that would be good. Oh, worst candies. I want to talk about that. So Halloween's around the corner, and I am going to do a little public service announcement for anybody out there who's going to be handing out candies. As a former child, I am an expert in this topic. So, first of all, don't give out fucking fruit snacks. If you're one of those people that's going around and you give out fruit snacks, Unit 71 knocking on your door getting tested. Because it's not even...
731. No.
What did I say?
71.
Unit 731. Tested on you because you're handing out fruit snacks. Toothbrushes? Don't be handing out toothbrushes. Unless you're a virgin and also a dentist, do not hand out toothbrushes.
Or apples.
Oh.
You know?
Apples that have probably been injected, don't hand them out. Candy-wise,
Hey, lollipops.
no fucking dots. Don't hand out dots. Who hands out dots for Halloween, dude? If I get a box of dots, I go like this. Into the fish. I want fucking hella fish choking on them, dude. I'm done with the dots.
How about the fucking fireballs? The fucking, like, spicy cinnamon, like, hot tamales. Like, no.
Oh, dude, this guy said pretzels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck pretzels. If I wanted pretzels, I'd go to Walmart and buy some Snyder's. I don't want you handing them out on Halloween. No pretzels. No. Huh?
Lollipops? Get the fuck out.
Oh, no,
because
if you're handing the no. If it's the lollipops with the Tootsie Rolls in the middle, that's fine. But if you're handing out the fucking ones that you get at the bank, where it's like they're like, oh, you see, you got a kid in the car, and you're like, done. If you're handing out those lollipops, nope.
Yeah, here's the rule. It's either lollipop with Tootsie Roll in it, but no just lollipops and no just Tootsie Rolls. Who the fuck likes
Tootsie
Tootsie
Rolls that aren't, because it's cheap and you go like this. Tootsie Rolls that are fruity Tootsie Rolls, like the blue and orange Tootsie Rolls, are so good, dude. Those are good.
How about yellow Starburst? Like, no.
Well, they come in a pack. Like, you don't have to. Don't hand out Smarties.
Oh my god, I know.
No, you know what people sleep on that people should hand out this year? So if you're listening, lemon drops. Nobody hands out lemon drops. People sleep on lemon drops. They're so good.
My mom loves them.
I love lemon drops,
Like
dude.
lemon.
Snickers,
I always gave my mom all.
Crunch Bars, Babe Ruth. Oh, I want
Crunch Bars. Ew, dude, don't cut it out with the Crunch Bar. How is Crunch Bar? Okay, but hold on. How is Crunch Bar still in business? I have never seen someone at a grocery store looking at like the little candy section and choose a Crunch Bar.
Because it's
never.
Nestle.
I worked at but why do they still make them? They're losing money. Like, I worked at Walgreens and we had the largest selection of candy. Not one Crunch Bar. No one bought a Crunch Bar.
See,
my entire time working.
I'll eat Crunch Bars.
I'll eat them, but I'm not going to spend money on them. Like, who the fuck is going to choose that over
I want to go to the
anything
gas
else?
station after we finish this and get a Babe Ruth. I've been sleeping on Babe Ruths for frickin' years, dude.
How about licorice? Don't hand that out.
Oh
either.
my god, fuck that. Unless you're at the movie theater, no licorice. Oh,
Yeah.
Babe Ruth looks so good. Babe Ruth is better than Snickers, dude. Dude, they look like a chunky poop, and they're so good.
The Three Musketeers and Milky Way is fucking amazing too.
Milky Way? Do you like
dude,
coconut?
Oh my god. Almond Joys? Get out. Dude,
I hate
work.
coconut. Coconut candy bars. Anybody who likes Almond Joys? Calling Unit 731. We have a person that you may test on now, please. Calling Unit 731. Dude, seriously. You like freaking... I swear, dude.
Yeah,
Almond
it's
Joys.
gross.
Dude, okay.
Or Mounds. That's what they're called, Mounds. Mounds and Almond Joy. They're two different.
Mounds.
Same
Anything with... well, let me look up worst candy bar. Let's Google worst candy, see if we agree with the list. Worst... Oh! I actually... What was it? Score bars are really good. They're probably hella expensive. Okay, here's 20 Halloween candies that are the worst. Candy corn. I think candy corn's good, dude. Candy corn's good if you have like a cup of it in your kitchen and you walk down and grab like 3 candy corns. That's when candy corn's good.
Here's the problem though, is when you eat a candy corn, you have to have... There's no drink that goes with candy corn, by the way, because it's just sugar, and you can't eat more than one little handful of sugar, and because so dry. I mean, you just get diabetes off the bat when you eat a candy corn. And there's no drink that goes with it. Do you have milk? Do you have water? Do you have juice? I mean, what do you drink? Because I can't eat anything without a drink. Like, I have to have a complimentary drink.
Every time after I have my first candy corn, this is me. If I have, like, I'll go 1, yum, 2, yum, 3, yum, 4, yum, 5. Because, oh, you can't even see me. God damn it. Because so freaking sugary, dude. It's insane.
You know why it's so sugary?
Why?
Because it's sugar.
Oh, that's why this podcast has been ass. You haven't been able to see me this whole time.
Yeah, I can't see anything, so it's not even as funny.
Oh, damn it, dude. I've been sitting here acting out. Oh, God.
I don't know why it's frozen.
Because I had
here.
my... Well, no, it's not that. It's because I had my camera on Michael. And then...
Oh.
Yeah, and then now I have it on me. And now it's not working. So, okay, well, so. Do you want to... Oh, anyway, let's keep going with this list. So we got candy corn... Or bazooka bubble gum. Agree with that. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Circus peanuts. I've never gotten them, and I'm glad.
I like peanuts. Oh, like actual in the fucking shells?
No. They're like the candy little marshmallow circus peanuts. You've never heard of them because only faggots hand them out. Oh!
How about crackers?
Here's one. Good and Plenty. You want to talk about a company that shouldn't even be in business? Good.
Dude, yeah. No one buys Good and Plenty. It's Mike and Ike's that don't have flavor.
Dude, and then did you hear? Have you ever seen this? Have you heard the story behind Mike and Ike? They went out. They like separated, and then they got back together, and it was like the biggest thing ever. And everyone's like, "Yes, we have Mike and Ike." It's like nobody's gonna get them. It's just one of those things you wanted around because it's been there since like the 40s, and so you want your Mike and Ike's back, but you're not actually gonna eat the Mike and Ike's. Let's see. So Good and Plenty's butterscotch candies are so good, but not on Halloween.
Yeah. No.
Anything that is a wafer? No.
What do you mean?
Raisins! I have gotten raisins. Kill yourself. Dots, agree with that one. Pumpkin candies are amazing. Dog, what?
What are No, if I get one more fucking gummy candy that's like a fucking mini burger or something, whipping out the shoddy. Because I'm so sick.
We were trying to act like you're goddamn Squidward behind in the fucking where you have to put it together yourself. So like you're just fucking. God.
Those are fucking so dumb, dude.
The pumpkin candies are the. They're like they're giant candy corns.
Oh.
Oh my god, sixlets, those are horrible too.
I really don't like Jolly Ranchers because I feel like my teeth are getting fucking pulled out every single time I have one.
Yeah, I hate Jolly. I feel like I'm gonna choke. The 60s or the
I have choked on Jolly Ranchers.
The sixlets are horrible. Those are those little candies that they're the little like fruity flavored like hard balls. You bite into them and you're like, because they're freaking sour-ost.
Yeah.
Milk Duds are actually good. I like Milk Duds. Almond Joys, kill yourself. Tootsie Rolls, kill yourself. Dum Dums, kill yourself. Candy Buttons, kill yourself because nothing in it. Pixie Sticks, I'm gonna choke you with the wrapper.
Tootsie Sticks.
Fun Dip, so not 4th grade. Smarties, kill yourself. Hot Tamales, kill yourself.
Double kill yourself.
And then that's it. Now it's showing diabetes ads. It literally has a diabetes ad on this website. Oh, give out peppermint. Peppermint patties are bomb, dude.
Like York patties or whatever?
Yes.
Not on Halloween, dude. I want them at a restaurant with the check, but I don't want them for fucking Halloween.
I just figured out why my camera wasn't working.
Okay, well. Oh, can't see you now, so.
Yeah, so now the podcast may begin. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck that. I'm done with the shit, dog. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This episode of the pod. We'll be back next week. Live from Los Angeles.
The world famous.
The world famous TSFD podcast. Coming to you live from the world famous Los Angeles. The less world famous Los Angeles. Coming to you live.